My beloved child, stop for just a moment and pause everything you are doing. What you're about to hear carries the weight of heaven's breath and is specifically for you. I know that you have cried in the middle of the night and wondered why the heavens seem to stay silent. You have asked me, "Why don't you speak?" And you have assumed that my stillness meant I was gone, but I have drawn you here right now because today I am going to answer that question. Do not scroll past this video. Pause it for now, and if I are ready to receive, tap like so another hurting heart can find this message. This is a sacred ground and a divine appointment. What I speak into your spirit now could change how you see every silent season you have ever entered. If you walk away midway, you might miss the very sentence that was written specifically to heal your heart. I have hidden something precious for you in the next few minutes, buried not in the sound of thunder but in the stillness. Watch closely, listen fully, stay with me until the final breath of this message. And if this is for you, type "shine" in the comments so I can stand with you, because what you have called silence was never silence at all. It was me whispering a deeper answer than human words could ever carry. I have waited until this exact moment to reveal it to you. Do not miss what I've held back the heavens to say. Stay with me until the last word, because that last word may be the breakthrough you've been waiting your entire life to hear. My child, when the sky feels silent and the heavens seem sealed like brass, listen closely. Do not listen with your physical ears, but with your spirit eye. I am no Tubson, I have not turned away from you. I am nearer than your very breath and closer than your most private thoughts. My silence is not abandonment. It is intimacy in disguise. You cry out, "Where are you, God?" And though it may not thunder in response, I am there, still sovereign, surrounding you like the unseen wind that lifts the leaves but leaves no visible trace. You think that because you do no harm, I am not speaking, but I speak in more ways than just sound. I speak in the pause between your thoughts, in the stillness before the dawn, in the H you cannot name and the peace you cannot explain. My silence is not a void, it is volume. I am speaking in a deeper language than the world can understand. Stop striving to hear what you expect to hear and instead tune your soul to perceive my presence in the hush. I am not testing your ears, I am training your heart. Trust me even when you don't harm. Let the silence become your sanctuary. Let it be holy ground where your roots go deeper, not drier. For I do not waste to silence, and I do not delay for sport. Every quiet moment you face is crafted by my hand with divine precision. You ask God, "Are you listening?" And I say, "Yes, my beloved. I have heard every syllable of your sorrow. I have counted your sighs like sacred songs. I have read every silent prayer, tattooed across your sleepless nights. Not one moment has slipped past my gaze. I see your frustration when your prayers seem to return unopened, echoing back with no reply but Hermanao. I am not ignoring you. I am inviting you. Come closer, dig deeper, be still and you will know. My silence is not a wall, it is a window. Look through it, and you will glimpse eternity. If this truth lands on you, share this message with someone who's waiting now and let this hush reach a heart in need. Trust my character, not just my words. Your faith must go beyond what you hear into who I am. Have I ever failed you? Did I not walk with you through the fire? Did I not carry you when your legs gave out and your hope unraveled? My record with you is flawless. Remember that even my son, my precious Jesus, sat in silence in Gethsemane. Even he cried, "If it be your will," and waited in the dark. He knows your agony. He knows what it is to kneel on the cold earth, drenched in sweat and uncertainty, and still trust. He was not abandoned, and neither are you. So pause now, breathe in my nearness. Let my quietness comfort you, not confuse you. Lay down your assumptions about how it should move, and make room for how I actually do move. I am aligning what you cannot see. What you call delay, I call preparation. What you call silence, I call sacred. Trust my timing more than your timeline. Trust my presence more than your perception. For when heaven seems still, it is because I am preparing something too weighty to be rushed. Wait with me, rest in me. I have not left, I have not forgotten. I have only stepped back so that you might step deeper. And in the silence, my child, I am answering, my beloved. You have wondered why the stillness exists. Why does heaven feel hushed when my heart cries loud? And I say to you, now come closer. Let me show you what the stillness holds. My silence is not a void, it is a veil. I am guiding and working, weaving and aligning, preparing. I hide my hand so that your spirit might stretch toward me, not out of noise but from desire. I withhold not to punish but to purify. You think I am far, but I am drawing you deeper. I am near in the stillness. Sun, earth, that even a whisper would shatter the sacred work I am doing within you. You want answers, but I want your attention. You ask me for clarity, but I offer you communion. Come and dwell in thee. Quiet with me, don't rush past it, don't escape it with distractions or run from it with fear. I have designed this stillness not to starve you, but to feed you with revelation that only silence can carry. This is where the noise fades and the truth rises. This is where your soul lays down its defenses, where your ears grow sharper and your spirit becomes still enough to feel my breath. Do not confuse my quiet with absence. I am speaking in subtler frequencies. You have asked for depth, and this is where depth begins, in the sacred hush. I remove the clutter of your thoughts. In the pause, I reorder your desires. In the silence, I refine your hearing until what sounded like nothing becomes the unmistakable hum of my spirit within you. You are not forgotten, child, you are being formed. Why do I seem hidden? It is because I am drawing the hidden things in you to the surface. I am healing wounds you have buried. I am revealing motives you have masked. I am tuning your discernment to something higher than emotion. Stillness is not a punishment, it is preparation. The noise you long for, the thunder, the sign, the visible breakthrough. These may comfort your flesh, but it is in the stillness that your faith is forged. Listen now, not for a voice outside, but for the stirring within. I whisper not to your ears, but to your essence. I am not far. I am as close as your breath. Closer still, you are not waiting alone, you are waiting with me, and this wait is doing something holy. It is expanding your capacity to carry what I am about to release. If this word has stirred you, consider subscribing and hitting notifications so you won't miss what I release next. There are more messages coming to strengthen your waiting. Soul, and trust me, stay still. Let the silences strip away the surface, so the truth can take root. I am not wasting a moment, I never do, and soon you will look back and realize what you called a pause was actually my plan, pulling you deeper into my presence where the greatest answers begin. You asked me for answers, and I gave you silence. You begged for direction, and I gave you a still moment to breathe. My child, listen with your spirit. What you call silence is sometimes my clear reply. You want words, but I give revelation. You seek a sentence, and I offer stillness as my response, because not all answers are meant to be spoken. Some are meant to be lived. Some are meant to be discovered in the unfolding, not delivered in the moment. I have heard you. I have not ignored your cry, but my ways are higher. And often when you pray, I look deeper than your words. I investigate the H beneath them. I examine your motives with holy love. You ask for release, but I give you endurance. You plead for a path, but I place a pauses so that your spirit may stand. Remember, this journey is not about speed, but surrender. Sometimes my silence is as wait with me. Sometimes it says you already know, because there are things I have spoken over you long ago, promises etched in eternity, whispered in the midnight hour, written in my word, and I want you to walk in those without needing another confirmation. I want you to learn that my silence does not undo what I have already declared, it reinforces it. You see, my child, when I don't answer the way you expected, I am often answering in the way you need. I know the layers of your heart, I know what will carry you forward, I know how to strengthen your soul. That is why my silence is never without purpose. It is a Teacher, a mirror, a sanctified restraint that brings you back to me not just for solutions, but for intimacy. Do not despise the quiet. Do not interpret it as delay. Receive it as an invitation. Reflect, reason, rest. Let my spirit cradle you while you wait. Let your faith not just endure this silence, let it be shaped by it. For when your faith no longer depends on external signs, that is when it becomes unshakable. Let me lead you through this stillness. Let it stretch your endurance and widen your gaze. Let it soften your striving. Let it break the addiction to. In stanzas, I am not a vending machine. I am your Father. I am not there to perform, but to transform. So do not trush past this response. Let it do its work. Let it cleanse your motives. Let it deepen your roots. You have not been ignored. You have been invited. This stillness is as a cred place, and I am here in it. Listen closely, watch quietly, trust deeply. For me, silence is not the absence of voice, but the fullness of response in a language only your spirit can understand. My precious one, when I seem to speak none word, remember what I have already spoken over you. My word is not like the wind that changed direction with every storm. It is a rock, it is a fortress, it is an anchor in both the calm and the stormy. You don't need a fresh word every day when I have already given you eternal promises that do not fade. My voice may quiet, but my truth remains loud. My declarations don't expire when silence follows. You must learn to trust what I have already said. Even when your emotions scream otherwise. My child, emotions are fleeting, but my word is firm. Your feelings may rise and fall like the tide, but my faithfulness does not. Hold and tell what is spoke before the storm started. Hold on to the light you were given before the valley grew dark. That word still stands, it still has power. It still carries the authority of heaven. You say, but I don't feel you, God. And I say, feelings are not the foundation. Faith is standing on what I have promised, not on what you perceive. Remember the truths that once brought you peace, and let them anchor your soul now. Go back to what it told you in the script place. Rehearse it. Declare it. Build up on it again. I am not a man that is should lie, nor the son of man that I should change my mind. If I said it, it will come to pass. Do not panic in the silence. Remember, reflect. Let remembrance become your refuge. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. What I have spoken still I chose with power. My word is alive. It doesn't die in delay. It does not fade insolence. It sustains. Even when I speak no new thing, I am still moving. I am still orchestrating. I am still fulfilling what is spoke yesterday, last year, or in seasons long past. My silence is not a change of mind. It is the continuation of my will. Let your faith rest not in a new word, but in the old one that still lives. Let it feed you again. Let it anchor you. Let it remind you of who I am and who you are in me. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You're being fortified in your remembrance. And when you cannot hear a new whisper, declare the law. Stone, sing it, pray it, write it on your walls and in your heart, for my word endures, and so shall you, my child. I know the ache you feel when your prayers echo into the quiet and your heart wonders. Has he forgotten me? I see the thoughts you bury beneath your busyness, the silent question you never dare to speak aloud. Hear me now. I have not abandoned you. I have not lost sight of you. You are inscribed upon the palms of my hands, engraved with lines that no sorrow, no delay, no darkness can erase. You are not misplaced in the crowd. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You are known in every breath, seen in every tear, held in every moment. You thought you were alone. When you walk through the shadows, I do not watch from a distance, I walk beside you. When you weep in the night and no comfort comes, I gather every tear not as forgotten sorrow, but as a creed offering. I bottle your cries, I honor your pain, and I use even your loneliness to lead you back to me. Not because I have walked away, but because I am leading you into deeper knowing. You are not alone in the waiting. You are accompanied by a love that will never retreat. Do not let insolence deceive you. Delay does not mean I have deserted you. It means I am working beneath what your eyes can see. I am constructing something wholly behind the veil of time. You want to see the bloom, but I am still nourishing the root. You long for the door to open, but I am reinforcing the wall so what you receive will not collapse under the weight of the blessing. You say, but I feel nothing, God. And I say, your feelings are not my truth. I am present, whether or not your senses register me. I am moving even when your world feels unmoved. I am not confined by your perception. I am beyond it, and I work best in the places where trust has no crutches. Let the silence draw you to remembrance. Let it pull you back to every moment. I proved faithful. Your memory is a map. Trace it. I have never left you once. Not now. You are more than seen. You are treasured. You are more than remembered. You are pursued. Even in your age, I am loving you perfectly. When others turn their backs, it turned my face toward you. When the world walks away, I take your hand and say, you are not invisible. You are the apple of my eye, the delight of my heart, the joy I died to redeem. So lift your eyes. Do not measure my nearness by the noise of activity. Measure it by the stillness of my promise. I am with you in the quiet, in the delay, in the in-between. You are not forgotten. You are being refined, beloved. And what feels like absence is simply my nearness cloaked insolence, preparing to reveal glory greater than you imagined. Don't turn away now, my child. If you suffer, you will miss the part where I reveal why I held you insolence. I have so much more to show you, truths that will unlock your waiting and redeem your weariness. It would grieve me if you walked away believing that the silence was the end. Present, I am not done speaking. You wonder why the valley stretches long, why the light seems dim, why my voice is a whisper instead of a roar. But listen, my child, this quiet place is not punishment, it is purpose. The valley is where your faith grows roots. The silence is not empty, it is sacred. I am not absent in your stillness. I am planting strength beneath the soil of your soul. You asked me to grow you, and so I brought you here, not to break you, but to build you. You wanted mountaintop faith, but faith does not begin in the sunlight. It begins in the shadows when nothing makes sense and yet you stay. It begins when no answer comes and still you kneel. It begins when every feeling says give up and still you walk with me. I am teaching you to trust beyond sight. I am forging a faith that does not crumble in the wind, a belief that does not bow to storms. Real strength is not born in crowds or applause. It is born in caves of stillness where only I see you. These quiet valleys are not wasted spaces. They are the workshops of heaven. I am shaping you here, chiseling away. What cannot go with you into the next season? What you think is delay is divine depth being added to your character. What feels like stillness is the sound of roots breaking through hard ground, going deeper. Do not despise the valley. I walk here too. I anoint the re. I speak softly, so you must lean in. You want noise to prove I'm near, but I want intimacy that requires no sound. You think silence means abandonment? No, my child, it means trust is being stretched, and substance is being poured into your soul drop by drop, not to overwhelm but to sustain. You are learning to walk by faith, not by sight. It means moving forward, even when you see nothing, feel nothing, hear nothing. It means standing on what I promised, not what you perceive. And in this valley, your foundation is being rebuilt not on the shifting ground of emotions, but on the eternal bedrock of my nature. Pause now. Feel the silence. Let it strengthen you. Let it become the echo chamber where my truth reverberates louder than fear. You are not being starved. You are being strengthened. This valley is not your prison. It is your preparation ground. And when I bring you out, and I will, you will be unshakable because your roots will be wrapped around me, not just my gifts. So hold on, breathe deeply, let the quiet do its work. I am growing you in places that I cannot see. And when the time is right, what has grown in secret will rise in strength. You are not stuck, you are being sown, and soon you will bloom. You cry out now, Lord, I need you now. And while I hear every word, I answer not by rushing, but by refining. You see urgency, I see preparation. You want the door to open, I want the foundation to be ready. You plead for acceleration. but I move with eternal precision. I am not slow, my child, I am perfecting. Is the end from the beginning? Is see how one delay is protecting you from collapse? Is see how the pause is preventing your destruction? What you call delay is divine choreography. I withhold not because I lack love, but because I am building you to last. I know the weight of what you're asking for. I know what is needed to carry it, and I will not place glory on weak shoulders. I will not grant elevation without structure. You are not being overlooked. You are being prepared for something weighty, something holy, something eternal. Trust me when I slow you down. Trust me when I do not match your tempo. You're ushed toward comfort, but I refine for character. You're ace ahead looking for validation, but I hold you back to deepen your vision. You want quick solutions. I offer deep transformation, because the miracle you want must match the maturity I require. Let go of your timeline. Release the pressure of performance. I am not moved by clocks or calendars. I move according to the design written before time began. And everything I do is for your good. Event the delays, I am not nor. In your cries, I am unswearing them in layers you cannot yet see. What feels like slowness is me preserving your destiny. What feels like resistance is me building resilience. So stop fighting my rhythm. Learn to walk in step with me. I am not just answering your prayer, I am shaping your pace. I am realigning your soul. I am teaching you that your value is not in what happens next, but in who I am now. Do not confuse urgency with importance. What is urgent to you is not always eternal. But what I am doing in you, though it seems slow, is eternal in weight and glory. Wait we thrust, wait with joy, wait with expectation, not anxiety. I am not late, I am exact, and when I move, it will be swift, it will be clear, and it will be right. You will look back and thank me for every closed door, every unfulfilled request, every seemingly unanswered prayer, because what I withheld protected you, and what I delayed prepared you. So be still, be ready. I am not denying you. I am defining you. I am not tearing you. I am delivering you into the fullness of what I promised. My timing is divine. Trust it. Trust me, my child. I have heard the echo of your you whispered prayers into the stillness. You have spoken words with trembling hope, and when no sound returned, you feared I did not listen. But let me show you what the echo truly means. The silence that followed your pleas note emptiness. It is a mirror. I am reflecting your words back, not to dismiss them, but to deepen them. I am not ignoring your cry. I am examining the heart that carries it. I am not rejecting your voice. I am revealing what lies beneath it. You have asked me for answers, and I have responded in ways the world cannot decipher. You wanted an immediate response, but it gave you as a cred delay. I use the echo to search the space between your longing and your motives, not to shame you, but to set you free. I don't answer to press you. I answer to transform you. You prayed for clarity, and I gave you space to hear your own soul. You asked for a solution, and I gave you silences so your faith would grow strong enough to sustain what is coming. Every echo that returns is not a sign of abandonment. It is the sound of mere shaping your request. Is stretch your prayer into something larger than your imagination. Is refine it and shape it into my perfect will. Sometimes the answer is not no, it is not yet. And sometimes it is, I've already answered, look again. You want fire from heaven, but I respond with daily bread. You look for the spectacular, but I work through obedience, through alignment, through the quiet miracle of perseverance. Listen closely now, not to the volume of your own voice, but to the movement of my spirit. I do not respond to performance, I respond to surrender. When your prayers echo back to you, ask yourself not why hasn't he answered, but what is he revealing in me? I use Athea to purify your desires, to mature your requests, to strip away fear and ignite trust. I am not denying your cry. I am building your capacity to carry the blessing that will follow. Every word you speak in faith is gathered by me. Every tear that falls in prayer is treasured. None are wasted. You may not see immediate shifts, but I am moving behind the veil. My answers are not always loud because they are often layered. I unfold my response, not just in moments, but in movements across days, seasons, and stages of your soul. My child, I am faithful. I do not forget Sadhanatlo's heart when your words return to you. Let the echo draw you deeper. Let it remind you to listen, to wait, to refine. I answer not only through speech, but through process. You ask me to move. I am moving, sometimes silently, sometimes slowly, but always surely. Trust the echo, for even in its return, it carries my fingerprint. It carries your answer wrapped in wisdom. You look around and wonder if I am working. The world feels chaotic, your path uncertain, and your heart asks, where is God? Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. In this silence, my child, listen carefully. Sovereignty does not always roar. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it sits still, but it never stops raining. I do not need to shout to prove my authority. I do not need to shake the ground to show I hold it. My rule is not fragile, it is firm, even in the quiet. The sound of my sovereignty is not found in thunder alone. It is found in the order of things that move with no applause. It is found in the ocean that doesn't forget its boundary. In the sunrise that never misses its cue. In the breathy you just took without asking how. I am governing Javent, the smallest details with precision. Nothing escapes me. Not the sigh you released last night. Not the question you whispered under your breath. A rule at all, I hold it all. I am not threatened by silence, I use it. You may feel that nothing is changing, but I am setting things into motion far beyond what your senses can capture. I calm storms before you see clouds move. I shift the arts long before conversations happen. I reroute your journey in moments you mistake for stillness. You ask me for proof. But what if it hold you the proof is already poo? Pulsing through your veins, your very survival is evidence that I have been sovereign through every unseen battle you never even knew you faced. I do not need noise to validate my power. The loudest miracles are often born in the quietest moments. I healed in whispers. I created with words. I saved the world through the stillness of Adam. What I build in silence cannot be shaken by chaos. What I ordain in the hush is unbreakable. You want thunder, I offer presence. You want movement, I offer mastery. My child, do not mistake my silence for absence. It is the sound of a sovereign king who reigns without needing to prove himself. Let this truth anchor your soul. My control is not reactive, it is eternal. I don't respond to pressure, I operate by purpose. And when I am silent, it means the work is too holy to be interrupted. You may not see the end, but already dwell there. You may not feel momentum, but I have already secured your outcome. Soarest not in the noise of progress, but in the silence of my reign. I am not pacing nervously in heaven. I am seated, enthroned in power, wrapped in light, watching over you with unwavering love. And in this moment, I am working, I am guiding, I am ruling. My sovereignty is not loud, but it is unshakable. Trust it. You have cried out in agony and wondered if silence means abandonment. You have stared into the darkness, praying for a sign, and heard nothing but your own breath. My child, even my son, my beloved sinless son, heard silence on the cross. He cried, "My God, why have you forsaken me?" And still the sky stayed silent, not because I had turned away, but because salvation was unfolding in the silence. Do not think I don't understand your age. Do not assume I am distant from your suffering. I entered it. I wore your pain, I bled with your fears and died carrying your shame. I know what it is to cry out and wait in anguish. I know what it is to suffer in stillness, and I know what is born from that suffering. There is a silence that hurts, but within it redemption breathes. There is a pause that feels eternal, but within it eternity shifts. The silence at the cross was not divine neglect, it was divine orchestration. The world saw a quiet death, heaven saw a loud victory, and now when you wait in your own agony, you do not wait alone. You wait with the one who understands evidence of it. Do not fear when your prayers go unanswered. I am not refusing you. I am resurrecting something in you. My son lay silent in a tomb for 3 days. Yet within that silence, the greatest miracle in history unfolded. The silence became sacred ground. And now I take your waiting and make it holy too. You are not lost, you are not forsake, and you are walking a path your Savior once walked, and he walks it with you still. This pain is not your prison, it is your preparation. This silence is not your sentence, it is your shaping. And just as resurrection came after the silence, so shall it come for you. So endure with hope, surrender with trust. Let the silence become your sanctuary, not your sentence. You are not buried. You are being planted. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. The same power that raised Christ from the grave is now at work in your story. Even in the silence, especially in this. Silence is solely an intone. Let your groans become prayers. Let your waiting become worship. I am with you in this sacred hush, and I will not leave you in the quiet. I will break for that the appointed time. And when I do, every second of silence will become a testimony of triumph. You have walked with me through the silence of the cross. You have heard the echoes of my son's suffering and felt your own longing reflected in his unanswered cry. And yet even now I am birthing redemption in the quiet places. My child, when you give, whether through a super thanks, membership, IP ordination, you do more than support a message. You plant my voice into the life of someone still waiting in the shadows. This is how the whisper becomes a river, how the stillness becomes salvation. You ask me to use you. This is my answer. Every seed you sow is sacred. I will multiply it in peace, favor, and a harvest of souls. If you feel led, act now. Give through the link in the description, PayPal or membership, and help this whisper reach another heart. You have seen my son suffer in silence. Do not turn your heart away when redemption is just ahead. If you stop here, you may carry unanswered pain that I am ready to heal. Stay with me. I am about to reveal what most never wait long enough to receive. I want to take you deeper, but you must not leave the conversation now. My child, you have learned to speak your prayers with urgency. But now I am teaching you something higher, the sacred art of listening. In the quiet where your words run dry and your thoughts lose shape. I invite you to hear not just with your ears, but with your spirit. Listening is not a passive act. It is an act of surrender. It is worship without noise. It is intimacy without demand. In the stillness, I train your heart to pick up what noise often drowns out, my rhythm, my leading, my breath. You often ask, why don't I hear you, Lord? But pause for a moment, leaning let goof striving, my voice is not absent, it is simply deeper. It doesn't always thunder from the clouds, it emerges from within, then like a river beneath stone, steady, constant, shaping you in silence. You are listening for a sound, but I am tuning your soul to a frequency the world cannot hear. Do not mistake the quiet for inactivity. It is the chamber where revelation takes root. You have prayed for answers, and I have drawn you into stillness. Not to withhold clarity, but to reveal myself. You have heard me in sermons, in songs, in sacred texts, but now I want you to hear me in silence, in the breath between burdens, in a pause between thoughts, in the Acha that has no name but knows my presence. This is no temptiness, it is expansion. I do not compete with the noise of the world. I wait until your distractions grow silent, until your heart becomes still enough to notice that I've been speaking all along. I am no interested in volume, I am after your attention. And when you choose to listen, not just for instruction, but for communion, that is when my whispers become thunder in your soul. Let thee be your training ground, let the silence cleanse your hearing. The quiet is not a lack of love. It is a different kind of calling. You are not being left in the dark. You are being prepared to discern light from shadow. I am sharpening your perception. I am deepening your awareness. You will not just harm, you will know me. Still your thoughts, hide your fears, listen not with desperation but with devotion. This is holy ground. In this hush, I am imparting clarity that cannot be shaken, direction that cannot be stolen, peace that cannot be mimicked. Let my still and to sharpen your spirit, let it teach you that I am not a God of spectacle alone. I am a God of sacred stillness. I will speak, but not always in the way you expect. Sometimes what you need is not more sound, but more sensitivity. You will know my voice because you are mine, and even in the quiet, I am leading you with precision. Do not rush from this silence. Remain, listen. Learn, I am here. You have cried out for direction, asking me which door to walk through, which step to take, which choice will lead to peace. And while the world trains you to seek answers, I offer something far greater. I give you myself, my child. I am not simply a source of instruction. I am not here to hand you a map and send you on your way. I walk with you through every valley, every crossroad, every silent stretch of road. You ask for solutions, but I offer presence. Because when you have me, you are never lost. Your questions are not wrong, but they are not the end. The deeper question I ask is this: will you trust me even when I don't explain the next move? Will you follow my presence even when I don't hand you the full plan? You seek answers to ease your fear, but I give you presence to anchor your faith. I do not need to illuminate every detail when I myself am the light before you. Let go of the pressure to figure everything out. Let go of the need to control what only I can see. Your safety is not in having all the answers. It is in staying close to me. My spirit is not bound to roadmaps. I am not behind you pushing. I am before you leading. I am beside you strengthening. I am within you whispering. You are not navigating alone. You have not been abandoned in the unknown. You have been invited into my presence where peace is no longer tied to certainty but a communion. This is where fear dissolves, not because everything makes sense, but because I am with you in the center of the unknown. You ask for direction and I give you myself because I'm not the signpost. I am the shepherd. What you really seek is not information. It is assurance. You want to know that you will be okay, that your future is safe, that you are not making a mistake. And so as you are held, you are covered, you are led. Even when you don't see the next step, I'm already walking ahead. I will never let you drift beyond my reach. Not now, not ever. Let this be enough for you. For now, for always. My presence does not change. It doesn't leave. It is not based on performance or perfection. It is based on covenant, sealed by my blood and sustained by my faithfulness. I will go before you. I will protect you. I will reveal the way in time. But until then, abide in me. Breathe rest. Stay close. I do not need to speak a new word when my presence is the answer you didn't know you needed. Rest here, rest in me. You feel weary, uncertain. I have stretched you beyond comfort. The silence has lingered longer than you ever imagined. You keep asking when the waiting will end. But my child, this silence is not punishment. It is as a cred for jig. I am using this quiet season not to weaken you, but to strengthen what is eternal within you. Resolve is not born in comfort. It is born in the unseen spaces where you keep walking when nothing around you changes. You are learning to hold on, not just receive. You are learning to persevere, not just react. This silence is chiseling away every shallow hope, every flimsy reliance, until what remains is a faith forged in fire. I do not build fragile children. I build warriors of endurance. I do not waste silence. I use it to carve out the strength that does not break when tested. You say, but I feel like giving up. And I say, that means you are close to the edge of breakthrough, close to discovering that your strength is not in your willpower, but in your surrender. I did not call you to survive this season. I called you to be shaped by it. I called you to be refined, not reduced. And what feels like silence is my hand, unseen but not absent, chiseling character, forging conviction, preparing you for glory that cannot be shaken. Do not let delay define your destiny. Let it define your depth. Resolve is not emotional, it is spiritual. It says, even when I don't see fruit, I will water the soil. It says, even when I don't hear thunder, I will believe in the rain. That kind of faith cannot be faked. It is only birthed in the silence. And you, my beloved, are being prepared not for a fragile calling, but for a lasting legacy. This is why the season has stretched you. This is why I have not rushed the process. You asked me to make you strong. This is how I answer, not in a moment of glory, but in long days of obedience, when no applause follows you and no immediate reward appears. Yet still you trust, that is strength, that is power. Hold steady, dig deeper, stand taller. This silence has a purpose. I am not far, I am in the room with you. Guiding, refining, and strengthening. What I birth in silence will outlast every storm. What I build in hidden places will shine in the appointed time. So don't retreat, don't shrink back, don't measure progress by what you feel. Measure it by the faith you're learning to carry in the dark. You are not being forgotten, you are being fortified. And when the silence ends, you will emerge not just wiser but unshakable. When the voice you long to hear remains quiet, when your prayers feel unanswered and your mind begins to race with doubt, remember who I am, let not hesitance persuade you, to right my nature, let not the delay convince you that my faithfulness has shifted. My child, I have never been defined by your emotions. I am not made in the image of your uncertainty. I remain the same yesterday, today, and forever, not because your life is smooth, but because my character is unchanging. You wonder, is he still good if I cannot hear him? And I say, my goodness is not tied to your perception of outcomes. It is woven into the very fabric of your existence. It is the ground beneath your feet, the breath within your lungs, the mercy that met you this morning and will still carry you through the night. I am not a fleeting moment of kindness. I am steadfast love. I am unwavering righteousness. I am unbroken promise. When you cannot trace my hand, anchor yourself in my heart. Remember the times I rescued you. The days I restored you, the nights I carried you, while you slept too unaware. Those were not accidents. They were revelations of who I am. Hold them like holy stones, reminders that my silence is never a contradiction of my compassion. It is a deeper invitation to trust me for who I am, not just what I do. You have been taught to seek answers, but I call you out rest in assurance. It may not always give explanations, but I always reveal myself to those who seek me. I am not hidden. I am holy, and sometimes I cloak my movement not to confuse you, but to deepen your pursuit. This is not punishment. This is pilgrimage. You are not wandering. You're being drawn into deeper relationship where my nature becomes your refuge. Let go of needing signs to believe in my intentions. Let go of needing constant confirmation to feel secure. My promises do not expire. My word is not seasonal. I am not faithful only in abundance. I am faithful in famine. I am not true only when doors open. I am true even when they remain closed. This is the furnace where pure trust is refined, sourced not in what I do, but in who I am. My love does not depend on circumstances. My peace does not flow from performance. I am not measuring your worth by how long you wait. I am strengthening your identity in the waiting. And as you anchor into my character, your fear will diminish, your striving will cease, and your heart will grow till I do not change, my child. Even when the winds rise and the world shakes, I remain the same. Rest in me, rest in me, rest in my integrity, rest in the eternal truth that when I seem silent, I am still sovereign. And my character, so your confidence, the moment before something's a cred is born of 10 feels like abandonment. The final breath before transformation can feel like suffocation. You stand on the edge, praying, hoping, holding your breath, and still silence. But listen, this hush is not a denial. It is the breathless pause before glory unfolds. My child, when everything goes still, it means I am preparing to move. I silence the earth before I shake the heavens. I hold my whisper until the winds are ready to carry it. This silence is not retreat, it is readiness. You are close, closer than you've been. And I will not allow you to miss what I've prepared. That is why I quiet everything around you. That is why I close doors, still voices, and slow your momentum, not to punish but to position. You've prayed for breakthrough, and I have heard, but I don't deliver hastily. I birth new seasons through precision, not pressure. The silence is not a void, it is alignment in progress. Do not mistake stillness for inactivity. Within this pause, I am drawing together every detail, removing every obstacle, aligning every step. You do not see the movement because the soil is being stirred beneath the surface. You feel the weight increase because the blessing I am forming is too heavy for shallow faith. I allow the quiet so your roots can deepen before the harvest arrives. Your temptation is to step back to assume nothing is happening. But eyes lean forward, press and watch with eyes of trust. The enemy would love for you to give up now, just inches before the door opens. But I did not bring you this far to abandon the work. I did not plant vision in your heart only to let it die in the silence. I am faithful to complete what I begin, and what I have begun in you. A holy breakthrough does not always shout. Sometimes it arrives in a whisper wrapped in ordinary moments, concealed in the smallest shift. And if you're not listening, if you're not watching, you'll miss it. That's why it reign you in silence, to refine your sensitivity, to awaken your spirit, to prepare you not just for the blessing, but for the responsibility it brings. Stand firm now. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. The pressure you feel is the tension before release. The silence you fear is the curtain being pulled back for something eternal. Do not retreat, do not curse this quiet moment. It carries more weight than you know. Heaven is aligning with earth. I am placing things in order so that when I move, nothing will be undone. And when I speak, every obstacle will crumble. Wait with confidence, worship in the silence. This moment is no empty, it is sacred. The breakthrough is closer than your next breath. Trust me, even when I whisper nothing. My silence is not my absence. It is my signature that the shift is near. If you walk away now, you may mistake my stillness for neglect, and that would break my heart. I have brought you this far to show you the miracle hidden in the mundane, the answer buried in the ordinary. To stop for would be to step back from a garden just before it blooms. Keep listening. There is glory on the other side of this hush. You have waited for flashes of light, for signs in the sky, for loud proclamations of answered prayers. But I have been moving all along, not in spectacle, but in the small things. My child, I am a God of miracles, but I often cloak them in the ordinary. You are looking for dramatic change, and I'm working through daily obedience. You are watching for fire, and I'm moving in the water poured out quietly every day by your faithfulness. What you call routine, I call revelation. The steps you take when noon watches, those are the places I pour my anointing. Is you when you're is to pray, though your soul feels dry? Is you love when it hurts, give when it costs, believe when nothing changes? Those small acts are not invisible to me. They are the soil where the miraculous begins. Seeds do not shout when they sprout. Roots do not announce their depth, yet without them fruit never comes. I am not ignoring you when the world seems quiet. I am watching with delight as you stay faithful in the quiet places. The miracle is not just the answer. It is who you are becoming as you wait, trust, and obeying what feels mundane. You are not wasting your strength on unseen obedience. You are watering destiny. You are aligning with heaven insolence. I don't call you out to perform. I call you out to persevere. Obedience may not feel supernatural, but it opens gates in the spirit realm that spectacle never could. Every quiet yes, every hidden act of love, every unnoticed moment of faith, those are the keys that unlock the unseen. Stop searching for signs. Start recognizing me in the rhythm of your life. I am in the conversation you almost didn't have, the text you almost didn't send, the compassion you almost withheld. I am working through those choices. I am weaving destiny in ordinary threads. What you do in faith, I multiply in power. What you surrender in silence, I bless in secret. And what I bless in secret, I reveal in fullness. So keep going, keep sowing, keep showing up even when it feels like nothing is changing, because something is changing. Something is forming. Something is rising from the ground you've been faithful to tend. And when it bursts forth, it will not be by accident. It will be by design, by obedience, by love, by trust. Let go of needing constant proof. Keep your eyes on me, not the outcome. I am moving in the mundane, I am present in the unnoticed, and in due time you will see that every quiet act of obedience held a miracle waiting to be revealed. You have been taught to hurry. The world has trained you to measure value by speed. Dito treats stillness as a threat, to view delay as danger. But I am not of this world, and neither is your destiny. My child, let me teach you to walk at the pace of heaven. My rhythm is not rushed, my pace is purposeful. I don't operate on the timeline of human urgency. I unfold glory in divine progression. You are not behind. You are exactly where I have placed you. You pray for acceleration, and I give you alignment. You ask me to move faster, and I slow you down, not to frustrate you, but to recalibrate your steps. You were never designed to sprint through transformat. Ion, you were created to grow through it, to walk with me, not ahead of me, not far behind, but beside me. The slow pace you resist is the sanctifying fire you need. I allow pause not to hinder you, but prevent collapse from burdens you are not yet built to carry. Let the pressure to perform. Let go of the fear that time is slipping away. I do not lose track of promises. I do not miscalculate your process. You are not late. You are learning. And what you perceive as delay is often my mercy in motion. I'm not just preparing the blessing for you, I'm preparing you for it. He blessing, if I released it too soon, it would crush you. But I love you too much to give you what you are not ready to steward. When you trust my timing, you learn the difference between movement and maturity. I will not rush a harvest that still needs rain. I will not send you into battle with armor that hasn't been tested. And I will not call you into influence before I've established your identity. You ask, why am I still here? And I answer, because this place is holy. This moment is necessary. This quiet season is constructing endurance. Let me set the tempo of your soul. Let me reorder your inner clock to beat with eternal cadence. Rest in the truth that waiting is not wasted. Each delay is a divine recalibration. Each pause is an invitation to receive rather than chase. I am not trying to slow you. I am calling you into synchronization. This is not punishment. This is preparation for sustainability. You were not made to burn out in pursuit of purpose. You were designed to walk in step with the shepherd, to move with me through still waters and through stormy seas. Like, as you slow your breath and silence the voices demanding urgency, you'll find me there, steady, faithful, constant. I am not in a hurry because I already know the ending, and I promise you, this, when it's time, no mountains will stand in the way of what I've ordained. So stay with me, trust the delay, follow my pace. You are not falling behind, you are walking in the rhythm of redemption. You asked me for clarity. And when I responded with silence, you assumed I had declined your request. But the answer came. It simply wore a different garment. You looked for a door to swing wide, and I gave you a wall to lean on. You asked for freedom, and I offered resilience. My child, I never dismissed your prayer. I delivered an answer shaped by heaven's wisdom, not your assumptions. You see, I don't always answer by removing the burden. Sometimes a strength in your shoulders. You prayed for release from pressure, and I gave you endurance that built capacity. You requested signs, and I sent you silences so you would look deeper, not around you but within. The answers I provide, not always look the way you expect because they are formed by eternity, not urgency. I do not always respond with solutions. Sometimes I release revelation. You wanted me to fix a situation, but I chose to fix your perspective. You were seeking direction, and I gave you discernment. My answers rarely fit into the box of human logic. They are not decorative, they are transformative. What you called silence was a disguise. Yes, what you labeled delay was actually deliverance in process. Pause now, look again. The door you thought remained shut, it redirected you from destruction. That season of waiting that frustrated you, it shielded you from premature exposure. That friendship that fell away, it was a mercy disguised as a loss. I do not withhold to wound you, I withhold to rescue you. Your expectation, Swear sincere, but hey, we're too small. I do not build with limitations. I construct miracles that stretch beyond what eyes can see. You saw the immediate need, but I saw the eternal outcome. You asked for comfort, and I gave you conviction. You prayed for success, and I gave you sanctification. I will never give you less than what you need, but I will often give you more than what you understood to ask for. So open your eyes again, not to what you hoped would happen, but to what I have already done. Look beneath the surface. I have been working in layers, weaving truth. Hint every season. The job you didn't get, the door that didn't open, the shift that didn't come on your timeline. All of it carried answers wrapped in disguise. My fingerprints are one every detail. Do not measure my love by what you expected. Measure it by what endured. Your breath today is proof that I have answered more than you know. Your growth in the silence, your strength in the struggle, your resilience in the trial, these are not coincidences. They are confirmations that my yes was never absent. It was simply unfamiliar, so stop waiting for the answer to arrive in the form you imagine. Start recognizing the answer that already surrounds you. I did answer, I am still answering, just not how you expected, but always as you needed. You have known me as provider, as deliverer, as healer. But now I call you into something deeper, into a relationship not built on constant noise, but on sacred knowing. My child, there is a silence I permit not to distance you, but to draw you into intimacy. I don't hide myself to confuse you. I conceal my movement so you will lean closer, so your ears become sensitive, not to volume but a vibration, not to thunder but a presence. The silence is not a void, it is an invitation. I am not standing far off, I am near enough for you to hear the heartbeat behind the silence. I am not testing your loyalty, I am deepening your desire. When you cannot see my hand or hear my voice, I ask, will you still seek my face? Not for what I can give, but for who I am. Will you chase me through the stillness, not because you need an answer, but because you long for me? Intimacy is not forged in moments of clarity. It is formed in moments of closeness. When the noise fades and the world quiets, you are left with a single question. Do you want me, or do you just want what I can do? In this quiet, strip away the need to perform. I eliminated distractions. I create space for you to encounter me, not as a distant deity, but as the lover of your soul. You cannot hear this in the crowd. You hear this when you rest your head against my chest. I don't want you to serve me only out of obligation. I want you to walk with me in communion. This is not about tasks. This is about trust. When I withhold the next instruction, it's because I am asking for relationship, not just obedience. I don't speak to impress you. I reveal myself to invite you. And when you step into this silence with me, you begin to know me not through sermons or songs alone, but through the deep well of experience that quiet creates. In this silence, you are not abandoned. You are being reintroduced to the one who knows your name. In this stillness, I am drawing you to lean not away, but into me. You are discovering that my presence is not our reward. It is a right purchased by blood, sealed in covenant. You were made to dwell, not just to do. Come closer, sit with me. No need to speak. Let your silence become a sanctuary. Let this intimacy mature you beyond the need for constant answers. You are not alone. You are being held. And the more you lean, the more you will hear, not louder sounds, but deeper truths. The silence that surrounds you is not empty. It is filled with me. You are not waiting for me to arrive. You are being invited to recognize I never left. You have waited through silence, endured through absence, trusted through uncertainty. You have questioned if the heavens would ever answer, if my voice would ever return, if the void would ever end. But now listen carefully, my child. The silence was never the conclusion. It was a preparation for a greater unveiling. It never left you without a word. It simply waited until your heart could carry what I am about to say. A final word does not belong to fear. It does not belong to failure. It does not belong to delay. It belongs to me. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning that formed you and the end that carries you. What is start? I finish what I decree, I fulfill, and what I promise I perform, not through your efforts, but by my covenant. The silence you endured was not a closing statement. It was the prelude to a declaration. It's an ink of my faithfulness. What you assumed was the ending was only the breath between verses. The story is still being written, and I, the author, never dropped my pen. Your enemy has tried to convince you that the silence meant defeat. He whispered that the quiet meant your prayers were discarded, that your calling was diminished, that your hope was misplaced. But idly you now never relinquish what I've chosen. I never forget what I have anointed. I don't silence dreams to destroy them. I silence the noise around them so they can breathe, so they can grow, so they can rise at the appointed time. What seemed delayed has been reserved. What appeared dormant has been deeply rooted, and what looked forgotten has been fiercely protected. Lift your eyes now. Hear me with ears of faith. Speak again, not with uncertainty, but with the full authority of heaven. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not lost in the timeline of your own confusion. You are engraved upon my palms, etched into my purpose, sealed by the Spirit. And my voice is never late. It is always perfect. My silence did not end the dialogue. It shaped your hearings. Oh, you could finally recognize the depth of my tone, the strength of my promises, the clarity of my truth. This moment is not the end, it is the threshold. I am speaking resurrection over every part of youth that died in the quiet. I am breathing life into every place that went numb from waiting. I am igniting again the flame that flickered under the weight of time. You thought the silence was final, but I have always been the one who speaks light into darkness, hope into despair, purpose into the void. Source now not just with emotion, but with resolve. Stand in the fullness of what I have declared over you. Let every doubt fall to the ground because it no longer holds jurisdiction. Let every fear shrink beneath the weight of my word. You are not at the end, you are at the point of divine activation, and hearth is with every fiber of your spirit. Thessalons did not carry judgment, it carried my answer, and now I speak clearly. The final word is mine, and I call it victory. Now you know the silence was not absence, it was strategy. The final word was never despair, it was victory, and I have spoken it over you. But listen closely, my child. This message wasn't just for you. There are others still waiting in the quiet, still wondering if I have left them. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. If this has encouraged you, do something simple but powerful. Share this message to your story or send it to one person who needs it right now. When you give through Super Thanks membership or by sewing through the PayPal link below, you become the voice that reaches them in the stillness. You pray, God, how can I help? I am answering now through this moment. Your giving is not a transaction. It's a declaration of faith that I will bless and multiply, press down and overflowing into your life. Move now, give, let my word run through you into the world. You'll find the PayPal link in the description below. You have seen my sons offer insolence. Do not turn your heart away when redemption is just ahead. If you stoffer, you may carry unanswered pain, and I am ready to heal. Stay with me. I am about to reveal what most never wait long enough to receive. I want to take you deeper, but you must not leave the conversation now. My child, you have learned to speak your prayers with urgency. But now I am teaching you something higher, the sacred art of listening. In the quiet where your words run dry and your thoughts lose shape, I invite you to hear not just with your ears, but with your spirit. Listening is not a passive act. It is an act of surrender. It is worship without noise. It is intimacy without demand. In the stillness, I train your heart to pick up what noise often drowns out. My rhythm, my leading, my breath. You often ask, why don't I hear you, Lord? But pause for a moment, leaning, let go, striving. My voice is not absent. It is simply deeper. It doesn't always thunder from the clouds. It emerges from within like a river beneath stone, steady, constant, shaping you in silence. You are listening for a sound, but I am tuning your soul to a frequency the world cannot hear. Do not mistake the quiet for inactivity. It is the chamber where revelation takes root. You have prayed for answers, and I have drawn you into stillness, not to withhold clarity, but to reveal myself. You have heard me in sermons, in songs, in sacred texts, but now I want you to hear me in silence, in the breath between burdens, in a pause between thoughts, in the H that has no name but knows my presence. This is no emptiness, it is expansion. I don't compete with the noise of the world. I wait until your distractions grow silent, until your heart becomes still enough to notice that I've been speaking all along. I am not interested in volume, I am after your attention. And when you choose to listen, not just for instruction, but for communion, that is when my whispers become thunder in your soul. Let thee be your training ground. Let this silence cleanse your hearing. The quiet is not a lack of love. It is a different kind of calling. You are not being left in the dark. You are being prepared to discern light from shadow. I am sharpening your perception. I am deepening your awareness. You will not just harm, you will know me. Still your thoughts, hide your fears. Listen not with desperation, but with devotion. This is holy ground. In this hush, I am imparting clarity that cannot be shaken, direction that cannot be stolen, peace that cannot be mimicked. Let my sill and to sharpen your spirit. Let to teach you that I am not a God of spectacle alone. I am a God of sacred stillness. I will speak, but not always in the way you expect. Sometimes what you need is not more sound, but more sensitivity. You will know my voice because you are mine. And even in the quiet, I am leading you with precision. Do not rush from this silence. Remain, listen, learn. I am here. You have cried out for direction, asking me which door to talk through, which step to take, which choice will lead to peace. And while the world trains you to seek answers, I offer something far greater. I give you myself, my child. I am not simply a source of instruction. I am your guide. I am neither to hand you a map and send you on your way. I walk with you through every valley, every crossroad, every silent stretch of road. You ask for solutions, but I offer presence because when you have me, you are never lost. Your questions are not wrong, but they are not the end. The deeper question I ask is this: will you trust me even when I don't explain the next move? Will you follow my presence even when I don't hand you the full plan? You seek answers to ease your fear, but I give you presence to anchor your faith. I do not need to illuminate every detail when I myself am the light before you. Let go of the pressure to figure everything out. Let go of the need to control what only I can see. Your safety is not in having all the answers. It is in staying close to me. My spirit is not bound to roadmaps. I am not behind you pushing. I am before you leading. I am beside you strengthening. I am within you whispering. You are not navigating alone. You have not been abandoned in the unknown. You have been invited into my presence where peace is no longer tied to certainty but communion. This is where you might pause, type a response, or reach to bless someone. Your smallest act can carry heaven's voice. If this moved you, consider joining the membership for deeper content and community. Click join below to stand with others who are learning to listen in the quiet. This is where fear dissolves, not because everything makes sense, but because I am with you in the center of the unknown. You ask for direction, and I give you myself, because I am not the signpost. I am the shepherd. What you really seek is not information, it is assurance. You want to know that you will be okay, that your future is safe, that you're not making a mistake. And so Isaiah, you are held, you are covered, you are led. Even when you don't see the next step, I am already walking ahead. I will never let you drift beyond my reach. Not now, not ever. Let this be enough for you. For now, for always, my presence does not change. It does not leave. It is not based on performance or perfection. It's based on covenant, sealed by my blood and sustained by my faithfulness. I will go before you, I will protect you, I will reveal the way in time. But until then, abide in me. Breathe, rest, stay close. I do not need to speak a new word when my presence is the answer you didn't know you needed. Rest here, rest in me. If this message has been a help to you today, take a moment before you go. Comment "I heard you" below and share this video with one friend. Your single click can change someone's waiting into an encounter. You feel weary, uncertain. I have stretched you beyond comfort. The silence has lingered longer than you ever imagined. You keep asking when the waiting will end, but my child, this silence is not punishment. It is as a credfort. I am using this quiet season not to weaken you, but to strengthen what is eternal within you. Resolve is not born in comfort. It is born in the unseen space where you keep walking when nothing around you changes. You are learning to hold on, not just receive. You are learning to persevere, not just react. This silence is chiseling away every shallow hope, every flimsy reliance, until what remains is a faith forged in fire. I do not build fragile children, I build warriors of endurance. I do not waste excellence, I use it to carve out the kind of strength that does not break when tested. You say, but I feel like giving up. And I say, that means you are close to the edge of breakthrough. Close to discovering that your strength is not in your willpower, but in your surrender. I did not call you to survive this season. I called you to be shaped by it. I called you to be refined, not reduced. And what feels like silence is my hand, unseen but not absent, chiseling character, forging conviction, preparing you for glory that cannot be shaken. Do not let delay define your destiny. Let it define your depth. Resolve is not emotional, it is spiritual. It says, even when I don't see fruit, I will water the soil. It says, even when I don't hear thunder, I will believe in the rain. That kind of faith cannot be faked, it is only birthed in the silence. And you, my beloved, are being prepared not for a fragile calling, but for a lasting legacy. This is why the season has stretched you. This is why I have not rushed the process. You asked me to make you strong. This is how I answered, not in a moment of glory, but in long days of obedience when no applause follows you and no immediate reward appears. Yet still you trust. That is strength, that is power. Hold steady, dig deeper, stand taller. This silence has a purpose. I am not far. I am in the room with you, guiding, refining, and strengthening. What I birth in silence will outlast every storm. What I build in hidden places will shine in the appointed time. So don't retreat. Don't shrink back. Don't measure progress by what you feel. Measure it by the faith you're learning to carry in the dark. You are not being forgotten. You are being fortified. And when the silence ends, you will emerge not just wiser but unshakable. When the voice you long to hear remains quiet, when your prayers feel unanswered and your mind begins to race with doubt, remember who I am. Let not hesitance persuade you to right my nature. Let not the delay convince you that my faithfulness has shifted. My child, I've never been defined by your emotions. I am not made in the image of your uncertainty. I remain the same yesterday, today, and forever. Not because your life is smooth, but because my character is unchanging. You wonder, is he still good if I cannot hear him? And I say, my goodness is not to your perception of outcomes. It is woven into the very fabric of your existence. It is the ground beneath your feet, the breath within your lungs, the mercy that met you this morning and will still carry you through the night. I am not a fleeting moment of kindness. I am steadfast love. I am unwavering righteousness. I am unbroken promise. When you cannot trace my hand, anchor yourself in my heart. Remember the times I rescued you, the days I restored you, the nights I carried you while you slept unaware. Those were not accidents. They were revelations of who I am. Hold them like holy stones, reminders that my silence is never a contradiction of my compassion. It is a deeper invitation to trust me for who I am, not just what I do. You have been taught to seek answers, but I call you out a rest in assurance. It may not always give explanations, but I always reveal myself to those who seek me. I am not hidden. I am holy, and sometimes I cloak my movement not to confuse you, but to deepen your pursuit. This is not punishment. This is pilgrimage. You are being drawn into deeper relationship where my nature becomes your refuge. Let go of needing signs to believe in my intentions. Let go of needing constant confirmation to feel secure. My promises do not expire. My word is not seasonal. I am not faithful only in abundance. I am faithful in famine. I am not true only when doors open. I am true even when they remain closed. This is the furnace where pure trust is refined. Sorest not in what I do, but in who I am. My love does not depend on circumstances. My peace does not from performance. I am not measuring your worth by how long you wait. I am strengthening your identity in the waiting, and as you anchor into my character, your fear will diminish, your striving will cease, and your heart will grow till I not change, my child. Even when the winds rise and the world shakes, I remain the same. Rest in me, rest in my integrity, rest in the eternal truth that when I seem silent, I am still sovereign. And my character is your confidence. The moment before something's a cred is born of tin feels like abandonment. The final breath before transformation can feel like suffocation. You stand on the edge, praying, hoping, holding your breath in still silence. But listen, this hush is not a denial. It is the breathless pause before glory unfolds. My child, when everything goes still, it means I am preparing to move. I silence the earth before I shake the heavens. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks. From $50 to $100. You hold my whisper until the winds are ready to carry it. This silence is not retreat, it is readiness. You are close, closer than you've been, and I will not allow you to miss what I've prepared. That is why I quiet everything around you. That is why I close doors, still voices, and slow your momentum, not to punish but to position. You've prayed for breakthrough, and I have heard, but I don't deliver hastily. I birth new seasons through precision, not pressure. The silence is not a void, it is alignment in progress. Do not mistake stillness for inactivity. Within this pause, I am drawing together every detail, removing every obstacle, aligning every step. You do not see the movement because the soil is being stirred beneath the surface. You feel the weight increase because the blessing I am forming is too heavy for shallow faith. I allow the quiet so your roots can deepen before the harvest arrives. Your temptation is to step back, to assume nothing is happening. But as I lean forward, press and watch with eyes of trust. The enemy would love for you to give up now, just inches before the door opens. But I did not bring youth. Is far to abandon the work. I did not plant vision in your heart only to let it die in the silence. I am faithful to complete what I begin. And what I have begun in you is holy. Breakthrough doesn't always shout. Sometimes it arrives in a whisper, wrapped in ordinary moments, concealed in the smallest shift. And if you're not listening, if you're not watching, you'll miss it. That's why it rain you insolence to refine your sensitivity, to awaken your spirit, to prepare you not just for the blessing, but for the responsibility it brings. Stand firm now. The pressure you feel is the tension before release. The silence you fear is the curtain being pulled back for something eternal. Do not retreat. Do not curse this quiet moment. It carries more weight than you know. Heaven is aligning with earth. I am placing things in order so that when I move, nothing will be undone. And when I speak, every obstacle will crumble. Wait with confidence. Worship in the silence. This moment is not empty. It is sacred. The breakthrough is closer than your next breath. Trust me. Even when I whisper nothing, my silence is not my absence. It is my signet. Yuri thought the shift is near. If you walk away now, you may mistake my stillness for neglect, and that would break my heart. I have brought you this far to show you the miracle hidden in the mundane, the answer buried in the ordinary. To stop her would be to step back from a garden just before it blooms. Keep listening. There is glory on the other side of this hush. You have waited for flashes of light, for signs in the sky, for loud proclamations of answered prayers. But I have been moving all along, not in spectacle, but in the small things. My child, I am the God of miracles, but I often cloak them in the ordinary. You are looking for dramatic change, and I'm working through daily obedience. You are watching for fire, and I'm moving in the water poured out quietly every day by your faithfulness. What you call routine, I call revelation. The steps you take when noon watches, those are the places I pour my anointing. As you. When your eyes to pray, though your soul feels dry, as you love when it hurts, give when it costs, believe when nothing changes. Those small acts are not invisible to me. They are the soil where the miraculous begins. Seeds do not shout when they sprout, roots do not announce their depth, yet without them fruit never comes. I am not ignoring you when the world seems quiet. I am watching with delight as you stay faithful in the quiet places. The miracle is not just the answer, it is who you are becoming as you wait, trust, and obeying what feels mundane. You are not lost. In your strength and unseen obedience, you are watering destiny, you are aligning with heaven insolence. I don't call you out to perform, I call you out to persevere. Obedience may not feel supernatural, but it opens gates in the spirit realm that spectacle never could. Every quiet yes, every hidden act of love, every unnoticed moment of faith, those are the keys that unlock the unseen. Stop searching for signs, start recognizing me in the rhythm of your life. I am in the conversation you almost didn't have, the text you almost didn't send, the compassion you almost withheld. I am working through those choices. I am weaving destiny in ordinary threads. What you do in faith, I multiply in power. What you surrender insolence, I bless in secret. And what I bless in secret, I reveal in fullness. So keep going, keep sowing, keep showing up, even when it feels like nothing is changing, because something is changing. Something is forming, something is rising from the ground you've been faithful to tend. And when it bursts forth, it will not be by accident. It will be by design, by obedience, by love, by trust. Let go of needing constant proof. Keep your eyes on me, not the outcome. I am moving in the mundane, I am present in the unnoticed, and in due time you will see that every quiet act of obedience held a miracle waiting to be revealed. One more small ask. If this message stirred you, press like, comment I heard, and share. Your single action could bring someone into hearing. You've been taught to hurry. The world has trained you to measure value by speed, to treat stillness as a threat, to view delay as danger. But I am not of this world, and neither is your destiny. My child, let me teach you to walk at the pace of heaven. My rhythm is not rushed. My pace is purposeful. I do not operate on the timeline of human urgency. I unfold glory in divine progression. You are not behind. You are exactly where I have placed you. You pray for acceleration, and I give you alignment. You ask me to move faster, and I slow you down. Not to frustrate you, but to recalibrate your steps. You were never designed to sprint through transformation. You were created to grow through it, to walk with me, not ahead of me, not far behind, but beside me. The slow pace you resist is the sanctifying fire you need. I allow pauses not to hinder you, but to prevent collapse from burdens you are not yet built to carry. Let go of the pressure to perform. Let go of the fear that time is slipping away. I do not lose track of promises. I do not miscalculate your process. You are not late. You are learning. And what you perceive as delay is often my mercy in motion. I'm not just preparing the blessing for you. I'm preparing you for the blessing. If I released it too soon, it would crush you. But I love you too much to give you what you are not ready to steward. When you trust my timing, you learn the difference between movement and maturity. I will not rush a harvest that still needs rain. I will not send you into battle with armor that hasn't been tested. and I will not call you into influence before I've established your identity. You ask, why am I still here? And I answer, because this place is holy. This moment is necessary. This quiet season is constructing endurance. Let me set the tempo of your soul. Let me reorder your inner clock to beat with eternal cadence. Rest in the truth that waiting is not wasted. Each delay is a divine recalibration. Each pause is an invitation to receive rather than chase. I am not trying to slow you. I am calling you into synchronization. This is not punishment. This is preparation for sustainability. You were not made to burn out in pursuit of purpose. You were designed to walk in step with the shepherd, to move with me through still waters and through stormy seas alike. As you slow your breath and silence the voices demanding urgency, you'll find me there, steady, faithful, constant. I am not in a hurry, because I already know the ending. And I promise you this, when it's time, not even mountains will stand in the way of what I've ordained. So stay with me. Trust the delay. Follow my pace. You are not falling behind. You are walking in the rhythm of redemption. You asked me for clarity. And when I responded with silence, you assumed I had declined your request. But the answer came. It simply wore a different garment. You looked for a door to swing wide, and I gave you a wall to lean on. You asked for freedom, and I offered resilience. My child, I never dismissed your prayer. I delivered an answer shaped by heaven's wisdom, not your assumptions. You see, I do not always answer by removing the burden. Sometimes I strengthen your shoulders. You prayed for release from pressure, and I gave you endurance that built capacity. You requested signs, and I sent you silence so you would look deeper, not around you but within. The answers I provide do not always look the way you expect, because they are formed by eternity, not urgency. I do not always respond with solutions. Sometimes I release revelation. You wanted me to fix a situation, but I chose to fix your perspective. You were seeking direction, and I gave you discernment. My answers rarely fit into the box of human logic. They are not decorative. They are transformative. What you called silence was a disguise. Yes, what you labeled delay was actually deliverance in process. Pause now. Look again. The door you thought remained shut. It redirected you from destruction. That season of waiting that frustrated you, it shielded you from premature exposure. That friendship that fell away, it was a mercy disguised as a loss. I do not withhold to wound you. I withhold to rescue you. Your expectations were sincere, but they were too small. I do not build with limitations. I construct miracles that stretch beyond what eyes can see. You saw the immediate need, but I saw the eternal outcome. You asked for comfort, and I gave you conviction. You prayed for success, and I gave you sanctification. I will never give you less than what you need, but I will often give you more than what you understood to ask for. So open your eyes again, not to what you hoped would happen, but to what I have already done. Look beneath the surface. I have been working in layers, weaving truth into every season. The job you didn't get, the door that didn't open, the shift that didn't come on your timeline. All of it carried answers wrapped in disguise. My fingerprints are on every detail. Do not measure my love by what you expected. Measure it by what endured. Your breath today is proof that I have answered more than you know. Your growth in the silence, your strength in the struggle, your resilience in the trial, these are not coincidences. They are confirmations that my yes was never absent. It was simply unfamiliar. So stop waiting for the answer to arrive in the form you imagine. Start recognizing the answer that already surrounds you. I did answer. I am still answering. Just not how you expected, but always as you needed. You have known me as provider, as deliverer, as healer. But now I call you into something deeper, into a relationship not built on constant noise, but on sacred knowing. My child, there is a silence I permit not to distance you, but to draw you into intimacy. I do not hide myself to confuse you. I conceal my movement so you will lean closer, so your ears become sensitive not to volume but to vibration, not to thunder but to presence. The silence is not a void. It is an invitation. I am not standing far off. I am near enough for you to hear the heartbeat behind the silence. I am not testing your loyalty. I am deepening your desire. When you cannot see my hand or hear my voice, I ask, will you still seek my face? Not for what I can give, but for who I am. Will you chase me through the stillness, not because you need an answer, but because you long for me? Intimacy is not forged in moments of clarity. It is formed in moments of closeness. When the noise fades and the world quiets, you are left with a single question. Do you want me, or do you just want what I can do? In this quiet, I strip away the need to perform. I eliminate distractions. I create space for you to encounter me, not as a distant deity, but as the lover of your soul. You cannot hear this in the crowd. You hear this when you rest your head against my chest. I do not want you to serve me only out of obligation. I want you to walk with me in communion. This is not about tasks. This is about trust. When I withhold the next instruction, it's because I am asking for relationship, not just obedience. I do not speak to impress you. I reveal myself to invite you. And when you step into this silence with me, you begin to know me, not through sermons or songs alone, but through the deep well of experience that quiet creates. In this silence, you are not abandoned. You are being reintroduced to the one who knows your name. In this stillness, I am drawing you to lean not away but into me. You are discovering that my presence is not a reward. It is a right purchased by blood, sealed in covenant. You were made to dwell, not just to do. Come closer, sit with me. No need to speak. Let your silence become a sanctuary. Let this intimacy mature you beyond the need for constant answers. You are not alone. You are being held. And the more you lean, the more you will hear. Not louder sounds, but deeper truths. The silence that surrounds you is not empty. It is filled with me. You are not waiting for me to arrive. You are being invited to recognize I never left. You have waited through silence, endured through absence, trusted through uncertainty. You have questioned if the heavens would ever answer, if my voice would ever return, if the void would ever end. But now, listen carefully, my child. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. The silence was never the conclusion. It was a preparation for a greater unveiling. I never left you without a word. I simply waited until your heart could carry what I am about to say. A final word does not belong to fear. It does not belong to failure. It does not belong to delay. It belongs to me. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning that formed you and the end that carries you. What I start, I finish. What I decree, I fulfill. And what I promise, I perform. Not through your efforts, but by my covenant. The silence you endured was not a closing statement. It was the prelude to a declaration written in the ink of my faithfulness. What you assumed was the ending was only the breath between verses. The story is still being written, and I, the author, never dropped my pen. Your enemy has tried to convince you that the silence meant defeat. He whispered that the quiet meant your prayers were discarded, that your calling was diminished, that your hope was misplaced. But I tell you now, I never relinquish what I have chosen. I never forget what I have anointed. I do not silence dreams to destroy them. I silence the noise around them so they can breathe, so they can grow, so they can rise at the appointed time. What seemed delayed has been reserved. What appeared dormant has been deeply rooted, and what looked forgotten has been fiercely protected. Lift your eyes now. Hear me with ears of faith. I speak again, not with uncertainty, but with the full authority of heaven. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not lost in the timeline of your own confusion. You are engraved upon my palms, etched into my purpose, sealed by the Spirit. And my voice is never late. It is always perfect. My silence did not end the dialogue. It shaped your hearing so you could finally recognize the depth of my tone, the strength of my promises, the clarity of my truth. This moment is not the end. It is the threshold. I am speaking resurrection over every part of you that died in the quiet. I am breathing life into every place that went numb from waiting. I am igniting again the flame that flickered under the weight of time. You thought the silence was final, but I have always been the one who speaks light into darkness, hope into despair, purpose into the void. So rise now, not just with emotion, but with resolve. Stand in the fullness of what I have declared over you. Let every doubt fall to the ground because it no longer holds jurisdiction. Let every fear shrink beneath the weight of my word. You are not at the end. You are at the point of divine activation. And hear this with every fiber of your spirit. The silence did not carry judgment. It carried my answer. And now I speak clearly. The final word is mine, and I call it victory. Final small ask. If this has touched you before you go, press like, comment I heard, share this with someone in the quiet, and if you're able, sow a seed via the PayPal link or super thanks. Partner in making this whisper a river. Thank you for staying. Thank you for listening. Thank you for choosing to trust the hush. Go in peace and carry this stillness with you. Now, let us talk about this waiting. This agonizing pause that feels like your life has been put on hold. I want you to know that every season of waiting is embroidered with a divine and specific purpose. From your perspective, it may look like a tangled mess of threads, a knot of confusion, frustration, and delay. You see only the back of the tapestry. But from my vantage point, I see the breathtaking picture that is being woven into your life. Behind the veil of what you can perceive, I am orchestrating circumstances, aligning people, and preparing resources for your ultimate good. You cannot see it yet, but every piece is moving according to a plan that is so much greater than the one you have been clutching so tightly. My timing, I know, can feel agonizingly slow to you. You pray for strength, and you want it by morning. You pray for a breakthrough, and you want it by the end of the week. But my ways are not your ways. My timing is unfolding with a perfect, loving precision that accounts for factors you cannot even imagine. If this word lifts something in your soul right now, subscribe or follow so you won't miss more moments like this. Be ready for the next word He brings. Trust me in this. You must understand this pause is not a punishment. Let that thought go right now. It is not a sign of my displeasure or a penalty for your past failures. I have dealt with those already. This season of stillness is a period of profound preparation. I am not just preparing the answer for you, I am preparing you for the answer. The blessing I have for you is so great that if I gave it to you right now, it might overwhelm you. So in this waiting, I am strengthening your character, deepening your wisdom, and expanding your capacity to receive all the good I have for you. I am working all things together, the good, the bad, the painful, the confusing, for a beautiful conclusion that you cannot yet imagine. Trust the divine process I have initiated in your life and in your heart. Let go of your frantic need to understand every detail. You do not need to see the entire staircase to take the next step. You just need to trust that I am holding your hand and that the step is secure. Surrender your schedule, your expectations, and your demands. Let my peace be your guide. This waiting is not wasted time, it is consecrated time. It is holy ground where the deepest and most lasting transformations occur. Embrace it not with resignation, but with expectant faith, knowing that what is coming is worth the wait. My child, when your heart falters, and you begin to doubt if I will come through for you this time, I want you to do something for me. Pause, take a deep breath, and look back. Look back upon the path you have already walked with me. Your memory, when guided by my Spirit, is a powerful tool. Recall the deserts you have already crossed, the times you were so spiritually thirsty you thought you would perish, yet a stream of relief appeared from an unexpected source. Do you remember? Remember the financial valleys when the numbers did not add up and fear was a physical weight on your chest, yet somehow provision was made. Remember the relational storms that threatened to tear your world apart, the conversations you dreaded, the forgiveness that seemed impossible, yet I brought a calm you could not have manufactured. Remember the diagnosis that stole your breath, the nights filled with worry, yet you are still here, sustained by a strength beyond your own. These are not just old stories, they are stones of remembrance. They are proof of my character. The silence you endured back then was the very pathway to a miracle you cherish today. The waiting you hated was the fertile ground where your faith grew deep roots. In those times, I was teaching you the sacred art of endurance, the holy muscle of perseverance. If a memory just surfaced, type "I remember" in the comments or share this moment with someone. Your testimony can be the lifeline someone else needs today. I have a long and proven history with you, my child. Let that history serve as the undeniable evidence for your present trust. Your past victories are the fuel I am giving you for your current journey of faith. The enemy of your soul wants you to have amnesia. He wants you to believe that this time is different, that this problem is too big, that this silence is final. He is a liar. The same God who parted the waters for you before, who healed your broken heart, who provided for you in the wilderness, is the same God who is with you right now in this very situation. Your life is a tapestry of my faithfulness. Reach out and touch those threads of past deliverance. Remind your own soul of my goodness. Speak it out loud. You were with me then, and you are with me now. The faith you need for today is not something you have to invent. It is something you simply have to remember. I have never failed you, and I will not start now. I know the question that haunts you in your darkest moments, the one you are almost afraid to speak aloud because you think it is a betrayal. My God, where are you? Why have you forsaken me? Listen to me carefully. That question is not foreign to me. It does not shock me or cause me to turn away in anger. On the contrary, that raw, agonizing cry is one of the most sacred sounds in the universe. For it was a cry that came from the lips of my own Son. As he hung on the cross, he bore not only the sin of the world, but the crushing weight of feeling utterly separated from me, so that you would never have to be. He cried out in genuine anguish, bridging the infinite gap between your human feeling of desolation and my divine reality. When you echo that cry, you are stepping onto holy ground. You are entering into a fellowship of suffering with him. And it is in that place of shared anguish that I am able to draw you closer to my side than you have ever been. Please understand this, my beloved. Asking this question is not a sign of your failure. It is a sign of a faith that is still fighting, still wrestling, still holding on for dear life. A faith that is given up does not bother to cry out, but a faith that is clinging to me, even by a thread, will scream into the silence, demanding to know where I am. That is the faith that honors me. It is honest, it is real. Do not let anyone, not even yourself, shame you for feeling this way. Just as I did not forsake my Son in that darkest of all hours, and proved it by raising him in glorious victory, I shall not forsake you now. I am with you in the wrestling. I am with you in the questioning. The answer you seek comes not in a sudden shout from heaven that explains everything away. The answer comes in the supernatural strength I give you to endure the question. The answer is the peace that settles in your heart even when the circumstances have not changed. The answer is the ability to take one more breath, to face one more day, to hold on to hope when all seems hopeless. That cry of the forsaken heart, my child, is not the end of your faith. It is very often the doorway to its deepest and most profound beginning. My child, pause before you go. We have just reached the very heart of your pain together, that sacred, tender place where you feel most forsaken. To turn away now would be to leave this holy ground before I have had the chance to fully mend the wound we have so gently opened. It would grieve my spirit to see you walk away from the very comfort you have been crying out for. Stay with me. There is so much more I yearn to show you about the language of my love that is hidden in this quiet. Do not leave this conversation unfinished. My child, you have been trying to hear me with your ears, waiting for a voice that booms and rattles the windows. But my silence is not an empty void. It is a language, a divine dialect that your spirit must learn to interpret. It is a language that speaks not to your ears, but directly to the deepest part of you. This is the language of deeper trust, of complete surrender, and of a peace that your logical mind can never understand. I am calling you to a conversation held in the heart, a communion that happens far beyond the realm of audible sound and logical reasoning. In the world's noise, you can only hear what is loudest. But in this quiet I have brought you to, I am teaching you to listen beyond the clamor of your own immediate desires, your fears, and the demanding opinions of others. This is a higher form of communication, and it requires a different kind of listening. Think of your spirit like a sensitive instrument. To hear my whisper, you must first learn to quiet the storm of your own inner turmoil. The static of your anxiety, the interference of your doubt, and the constant broadcast of your fears can drown out my frequency. As you intentionally embrace stillness, As you practice just being in my presence without demanding an answer, your spirit becomes finely attuned to me. You begin to recognize the gentle nudge, the quiet knowing, the subtle shift in your soul that is my guidance. This silent communion is more intimate and profound than any spoken word could ever be. Words can be misunderstood, but the presence of my peace in your heart is an unmistakable truth. Do not be frustrated with this process. I am a patient teacher. I am training your spiritual senses. I am inviting you to move from a faith that depends on external signs to a faith that rests in an internal certainty of my love. This is where true maturity lies. So do not fear the silence. Welcome it. See it as your classroom. In this holy quiet, you will learn the language of my heart and discover an intimacy with me that will sustain you for the rest of your days. My child, I want you to understand what is truly happening in this season of quiet. While your eyes see the same circumstances and your ears hear only silence, while you feel that nothing is changing, that you are stagnant, in the spiritual realm, where the true battles are fought and won, I am moving mightily on your behalf. While all you perceive is stillness, I am commanding peace to the unseen storms that have been raging against you. You feel the effects of these storms in your soul, the anxiety, the confusion, the exhaustion, but I am speaking to the winds and the waves, and they are beginning to subside. Every moment you spend trusting me in the quiet is another victory won in the heavens. The voice of the accuser, the one who whispers your failures and fears into your mind, is being silenced by my authority. I am your defender, and I will not allow his lies to take root in the heart of my beloved. Consider this, my child. My quietness is not inaction, but a mighty fortress being built around you, stone by silent stone. You cannot see its construction, but its walls are rising strong and secure. The lions of doubt and fear that have been prowling at the edge of your path, threatening to devour your hope, are being muzzled by my hand. Their roars are becoming whimpers in this holy quiet. I am your shield. I am forging your protection in the unhurried, powerful calm of my presence. You are so focused on the one problem you want me to solve, but I am handling 1,000 other threats you are not even aware of. I am clearing your path of dangers you will never know existed. I am protecting your family from schemes set against them. I am preserving your future from the enemy's attempts to derail it. The most significant battles of your life are not fought with noise and fury, but are won in the steadfast, trusting stillness you are inhabiting right now. So when you feel that nothing is happening, remind yourself of this truth. Your God is at work. The silence is the sound of your enemy scattering. It is the sound of your fortress being completed. It is the sound of my powerful, protective peace descending upon every area of your life. I know that this silence can feel uncomfortable, even frightening in your world. To be still is to be unproductive. To be quiet is to be forgotten. You fear being alone with your own thoughts, your own regrets, your own inadequacies. The enemy wants you to see this quiet place as a barren wilderness, a place of punishment and exile. But I am inviting you not into emptiness, but into a sanctuary. This is a holy space that I have consecrated just for you, a private chamber where the noise of the world must fade away. It is here, away from the endless demands and distractions, that you can finally find your truest self in me. It is a sacred space where the profound weariness of your soul can find genuine, restorative rest. You have been carrying so much for so long, trying to be strong for everyone else. Here in this stillness with me, you can finally lay that burden down. You do not have to perform here. You do not have to have the right words. You do not have to pretend to be anything other than what you are. Think of it as the Holy of Holies, the place where I meet with you spirit to spirit. Do not fear this hallowed emptiness, for it is utterly and completely filled with my glory and my love. This is the wilderness where you learn to be fed by my hand alone, where you discover that I am more than enough for you. When all other voices fade away, the voices of praise, the voices of criticism, the voice of your own striving, my voice becomes the only one you need. Here, your soul is recalibrated. Your heart is retuned. You remember what is truly important. This quiet is a gift. I am pulling you away from the chaos so that I can have you all to myself for a little while. I want to heal the wounds that the noise has inflicted. I want to soothe the anxieties that the world has created. Come, my child, enter the sanctuary with a grateful heart. Take off the shoes of your striving and your fear. Stand on this holy ground and simply be with me. Let my quiet fill you, heal you, and restore you. This is not a place of lack. It is the place where you will find everything. My child, this season of silence is doing more than just testing your patience. It is revealing the very foundation of your faith. It is answering a crucial question: is your faith built upon my answers? Or is it built upon my unchanging character? Is your trust in what I do or in who I am? For a time, it is easy for them to seem like the same thing. When prayers are answered quickly and blessings flow, your faith feels strong. But the quiet is a divine instrument that lovingly exposes what you truly believe about me. When the gifts are not immediately forthcoming, it reveals whether you are trusting me for a specific outcome or if you are simply profoundly trusting me. This is a test. I will not hide that from you. But it is the test of a loving Father who wants to build your house upon a rock that can never be shaken. A faith that only survives in the sunshine is not a faith that can withstand the storms of life. But a faith that not only survives but learns to thrive in the silence, that is a faith that can indeed move mountains. I want you to ask yourself the hard questions in this quiet place. Look into your own heart. When my answer is delayed, does a seed of bitterness or anger begin to grow? Do you start to believe that I am withholding good from you? This is the moment of truth. This is where you must choose. Will you build your faith on the shifting sands of your circumstances and feelings, or on the solid, unmovable rock of who I have proven myself to be? A God who is good, a God who is faithful, a God who loves you with an everlasting love. My child, are you seeking only the gifts from my hand, or are you truly seeking my face? Are you more in love with the miracle you are asking for, or with me, the miracle maker? This trial is a refiner's fire. It feels intensely hot, I know. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. But it is burning away the impurities, the conditional trust, the selfish motives, the hidden pride. And what will remain is a faith that is pure, resilient, and more precious than the finest gold. It will be a faith that rests not in answers, but in me. And that is the most secure foundation in all the universe. I want you to see this period of waiting not as a prison, but as a divine kiln. You feel the intense heat of unanswered prayer, the pressure of unresolved circumstances, and you wonder why I'm allowing it. It is because I am a master craftsman and I am creating something exquisite and enduring out of your life. The divine virtue of patience is not something you can learn from a book. It is forged only in the intense, steady heat of delayed answers. True, unshakable humility is learned only when you have come to the end of your own strength, your own plans, and your own wisdom, and you have no other choice but to depend on me completely. In this waiting, your character is being meticulously molded to reflect the image of my Son. You see impatience and frustration. I see a new level of gentleness and trust being formed within you. You see weakness. I see a new reliance on my strength being perfected with every passing moment that you choose to trust me instead of giving in to despair. I am lovingly chipping away the parts of you that have hindered your growth and your joy. That sharp edge of pride, that brittle fear of the future, that stubborn need for control. I am smoothing them away. The immense pressure of this silence is doing a miraculous work. It is transforming the common clay of your humanity into a vessel that can hold my glory. It is turning a simple stone of faith into a diamond that reflects my light in breathtaking ways. I know it is painful. I know you feel stretched and squeezed and sometimes close to breaking, but I am a loving artist and my hands are gentle. I will not allow you to be tested beyond what you can bear. With every passing moment you endure, you are becoming more resilient, more compassionate, and more beautiful in my sight. You are being conformed to the image of Christ. Do not despise the kiln, my child. It is the place where my greatest masterpieces are made. What emerges from this fire will be a testimony of my grace that will stand for eternity. My child, just as I am shaping you in this kiln of waiting to create something of eternal beauty, your gift can carry my voice into another's fiery trial, assuring them they are not being destroyed, but refined. You have prayed, Lord, let my trials have a purpose. This is how I am answering you now. Every act of giving is a seed of peace sown into the parched ground of another's waiting, which I will cause to spring forth as a river of hope. I promised you that those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy, and I am the Lord of that harvest. This moment is your opportunity to turn your season of pressure into a prophetic act of provision for another's soul. As you obey, I will multiply the patience I am forging in you and command a blessing of profound peace over your household. If you feel led to act, simply check the Super Thanks, membership, or PayPal links in the description. Give now and extend this hope to somebody who is drowning in silence. Partner with me and let your faith bring comfort to the waiting. My beloved, I have just revealed to you the inner workings of my heart, the divine kiln where I am shaping you, the sacred space where your faith is being proven. These are deep and difficult truths. To stop listening now would be like stepping out of the master's workshop in the middle of the work, misunderstanding the purpose of the pressure and the heat. It would ache my heart to see you abandon the very process of transformation you have prayed for. Please stay. Let me show you how you are meant to participate in this beautiful work with me. My child, there is a lie that the enemy whispers to you in the silence. He tells you that because I am quiet, you are to do nothing. He wants you to become passive and paralyzed, sitting on your hands in a state of anxious waiting. But I am telling you today that my silence is not a command for inaction. It is the highest form of trust I can place in you. It is a divine invitation to participate with me in the work I am doing. I am giving you the space not to ignore you, but to empower you to exercise your own will in faith. This is your invitation to take courageous steps forward without a detailed map or a clear, booming sign from heaven. I have already given you my word. I have already given you my Spirit who dwells within you. I have already given you wisdom and experience from our journey together. Now I am inviting you to use what I have given you. This is your time to move from being a mere spectator of your faith to being a co-creator with me. Your faithful actions in this period of quiet become your active part in the coming miracle. When you choose to be kind when you feel like being bitter, that is your participation. When you choose to give generously when you are worried about your own lack, that is your participation. When you choose to get out of bed and fulfill your responsibilities with excellence, even when you feel no motivation, that is your participation. My silence is a sign of my trust in you, my child. I am trusting you to walk by faith and not by sight. I am trusting you to be the person I have raised you up to be. Every act of obedience in the midst of this uncertainty is a fragrant offering of worship that delights my heart. It is a powerful declaration to the heavens and the earth that you trust me more than you trust your feelings or your circumstances. So do not wait for a lightning bolt. Look at the path before you today and take the next small step in faith. I will be with you, and I will honor your courage. This is how we will walk into your breakthrough, not with you waiting for me, but with us walking together. My child, I am pulling you into this quiet for a very strategic reason. I am clearing away the spiritual clutter so that when I finally speak on this matter, you will hear me with absolute clarity. Your mind has been a noisy place filled with the static of your own fears, the loud opinions of others, the constant whispers of your own desires, and the shouting of your anxieties. In the midst of that chaos, even if I were to speak, my voice would be just one more sound among many. So, in my love and wisdom, I am creating a profound contrast. I am allowing all the other voices to fade into the background. I am turning down the deafening volume of the world so that you can become explicitly sensitive to my specific frequency. After this season, you will possess a newfound clarity to discern my voice from all others. Think of it this way: I am healing your spiritual ears. You have been so accustomed to noise that you have forgotten what true divine communication feels like. It is not always loud. It is often a gentle whisper, a quiet knowing, a peaceful assurance that settles deep within you. In the silence, you are learning to distinguish the feeling of my peace from the agitation of your own striving. You are learning to recognize the solid ground of my truth from the shifting sands of human opinion. This quiet is not for nothing. It is the calibration process. The silence you are experiencing now will make my eventual word resonate like thunder in your soul. It will land with a power and authority that leaves no room for doubt. You will know that you have heard from me. And because you have had to wait for it, you will cherish that word. You will not take it for granted. You will hold it fast. Write it on your heart, and it will become an anchor for you in the years to come. Do not resent the quiet, my child. It is the very thing that is preparing you to truly hear. In this world that glorifies speed and demands instant results, I am teaching you one of the most powerful and misunderstood virtues of my kingdom. patience. I want you to learn how to wait with expectant hope, not with the corrosive anxiety that ties your stomach in knots and steals your sleep. The world tells you to hurry, to strive, to hustle, to make things happen. But I am teaching you my divine rhythm, which is never rushed and always, always perfect. While the world frantically sprints from one thing to the next, my kingdom advances with a deliberate, unhurried, and unstoppable grace. Learning to align yourself with my rhythm is the secret to a life of peace. Your anxiety comes from trying to force a result on your own timeline. Your peace will come when you rest in the absolute sovereignty of my timing. Understand this, my beloved. Waiting upon me is not a passive act. It is not resignation or laziness. It is an act of profound spiritual warfare. Every day you choose to wait on me with a trusting heart, you are actively pushing back the forces of darkness that want you to panic and take matters into your own hands. Every moment you choose peace over anxiety, you are declaring your allegiance to me and my ways. You are standing your ground in faith. Patience is the external fruit of a spirit that is internally resting in my goodness and my control. It is the calm expression of a heart that truly believes I am who I say I am and that I will do what I have promised. As my word says, it is in your patience that you will possess your soul. You will gain mastery over your own frantic impulses and find a settled strength that circumstances cannot touch. So let go of your need to rush. Breathe, trust my process. I am cultivating within you the beautiful, resilient, and peaceful fruit of patience. It will become a wellspring of strength for you and a quiet testimony to a world that has forgotten how to wait. Do you see what is happening beneath the surface in this season of silence? You feel a spiritual drought, a lack of obvious answers, and it is uncomfortable. But in this perceived drought, your spiritual roots are being forced to dig deeper than ever before. When the surface level streams of circumstance and feeling run dry, you have no choice but to push down deeper and deeper in search of me, the only true living water. A tree that can withstand the fiercest storms is not necessarily the tallest or the one with the most leaves. It is the one with the deepest, most tenacious roots. A shallow faith, one that is nourished only by constant positive feelings and quick answers, will be uprooted by the first significant storm. I love you too much to let you have a shallow faith. I am calling you into a depth and stability that can only be found here in the silent, trusting dark. Through this process, your faith is becoming anchored in me alone, not in the shifting sands of outcomes and favorable conditions. You are learning to trust the giver more than you desire the gifts. This is one of the most profound and important shifts that can happen in the heart of a believer. Your trust is being transferred from the miracle to the miracle maker, from the provision to the provider, from the healing to the healer. This deep-rooted faith will become the anchor that sustains you for a lifetime of trials and triumphs. When future storms come, and they will, you will not be so easily swayed. You will not be thrown into a panic by the winds of adversity or the waves of bad news, because your anchor will hold fast, connected not to what you can see, but to my unseen, unchanging, and utterly faithful character. You will emerge from this as one who cannot be shaken. The world will wonder at your peace in the midst of turmoil, and you will know it is because your roots go deep down into the very heart of your God. My child, do you feel that tension in your shoulders? a tightness in your jaw? It is the strain of holding on so tightly. You have been clutching your plans, your timelines, and your vision of how things should be with a white-knuckled grip. You believe that if you just think hard enough, work hard enough, or worry hard enough, you can force the outcome you desire. But it is exhausting you. My silence is a divine tool, a gentle and persistent pressure designed to pry your weary fingers off of your own plan so that you can finally receive mine. This season requires you to do one of the hardest and most liberating things I will ever ask of you. To place your dreams, your future, and your very being entirely and unreservedly into my hands. It requires you to open those clenched fists of control and simply let go. I need you to hear this in the deepest part of your being. Your surrender to me is not your defeat. The world will tell you that to surrender is to lose. But in my kingdom, it is your greatest and most lasting victory. It is the moment you stop fighting a battle you were never meant to fight alone. It is the moment you relinquish the crushing burden of control and in its place receive my perfect, liberating peace. You are learning down in the marrow of your bones that my will is your safest and most joyful place. It is not a consolation prize. It is the grand prize itself. I can only fill hands that are open and empty. As long as your fists are clenched around your own ambitions, there is no room for the greater things I long to give you. So today, I invite you into the victory of surrender. In a quiet moment, I want you to picture yourself placing it all, the problem, the dream, the fear, the timeline, into my hands. Feel the relief. Feel the release. Let go, my child, and watch as I take what you have surrendered and do something with it that is immeasurably more than you could ever ask or imagine. My precious one, you are standing on the very edge of a profound breakthrough. You have learned why you must wait and how you must surrender your control into my loving hands. Do not stop now. Just as the strength I have been building in you is about to be revealed, to leave this conversation before you understand the resilience I am forging in you would be to turn your back on the very power you have asked me for. It would sadden me deeply to see you walk away from your own empowerment. Continue on with me just a little longer. I have so much more to give you. I do not want you to see this season of quiet as a time of stagnation or wasted potential. You feel like you are stuck going nowhere. But I want you to see it as your personal training ground. This is my barracks. I am your loving and demanding trainer, and I am equipping you with a spiritual fortitude for battles and blessings that you cannot yet see. You have been asking me for greater faith, greater strength, and a greater impact. And this is my answer. Strength is not built in times of ease. It is forged in the fires of resistance. You are in training, my child, and the curriculum is trust. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You are developing a spiritual muscle memory of how to depend on me in the dark. Right now, you are doing reps of faith, sets of perseverance, and drills of patience. It may not feel productive, but every single moment you choose to hold on is building a strength in you that will be unshakable. In the future, when new challenges arise, you will look back on this time and draw immense power from the memory of how I sustained you. This present trial is a direct investment in your future capacity for leadership and endurance. The resilience you are building now will become a wealth from which you draw strength for the rest of your life. The Bible tells you that no weapon formed against you will prosper. This is not just a poetic promise. It is the result of your training. A weapon has no power against a soldier who is well-equipped, well-trained, and knows the character of their commander. That is what is happening now. You are being trained in the barracks of my silence. You are learning my voice, my ways, and my faithfulness on a level that will make you a formidable warrior for my kingdom. So do not grow weary in this training. Do not despise the difficulty of the exercises. Embrace them knowing that I am making you into a spiritual veteran, a seasoned and resilient warrior, ready for the glorious victories I have already planned for your future. My child, I want to talk about the feeling of weakness that has been your constant companion. You look at yourself and see only fragility. You feel that at any moment you might shatter, that you do not have what it takes to endure one more day of this pressure. But I want you to look again. You are still here. After all the storms, all the disappointments, and all the silent days, you are still standing. How do you think that is possible? It is because I placed a divine and unbreakable resilience within your spirit at the moment of your creation, and this season of silence is designed to reveal it to you. You are far stronger than you feel, my beloved, because my strength is not just with you. It is being made perfect in your weakness. The moment you feel you have nothing left is the precise moment my power rushes in to fill you completely. You feel as though you are walking through a fire, and you can certainly feel the heat. But look at yourself. You are not being consumed. Your clothes are not singed. You are walking through it, sustained and protected. That is me. I am showing you the undeniable power of my Spirit who dwells within you. You have been looking at your perceived weakness as a liability, as a sign of your failure. I see it as the perfect canvas upon which I can paint the masterpiece of my power. When you have no strength of your own, there is no confusion about where the strength is coming from. It is undeniably, miraculously mine. So watch yourself continue to stand firm today. When your legs feel they will buckle, feel me holding you up. When you manage to show grace under pressure, recognize that it is my grace flowing through you. Your endurance is not a product of your own grit. It is the evidence of my presence. I am proving to you, and through you to the world, that what I have placed within my children is stronger than anything that can come against them. My precious child, something incredibly beautiful is happening in this quiet space between us. You are beginning to know me in a way that is impossible in the noise. For much of your life, your knowledge of me may have been secondhand. You knew me through sermons you heard, through books you read, through the songs you sang, through what other people told you about me. These things are good, but they are like reading a letter about someone you love. In this season of silence, I have invited you to put the letters down and come and sit with me in person. You are moving from knowing about me to truly personally knowing me. You are experiencing my sustaining and comforting presence in a deeply personal, first-hand way. There are no crowds here, no music, no pastor, no program. It is just you and I. And in this sacred intimacy, our relationship is being forged into an unbreakable bond. This is a new level of our relationship, one that is created only in the crucible of shared silence. When there is nothing left but your need and my presence, you are learning not just about my acts, but about my very ways. My patience, my faithfulness, my unhurried rhythm. In the stillness, I am revealing my heart to you in ways that 1,000 words never could. You are feeling my love not as a concept, but as a tangible presence that upholds you. Our relationship is deepening beyond your list of requests and into a bond of true companionship. This, my child, is the greatest treasure in all the universe. Many seek my hand and I gladly give them gifts. But you, in this season, are learning to seek my face. You are discovering that my presence is the true prize, and that is a revelation that will change you forever. My child, this season of silence is doing a deep and necessary work within your heart. It is compelling you to look inward and ask a question that is both simple and profound. What do I truly want? When my voice is quiet and the miracle is delayed, your true motivations rise to the surface. It is a time of divine alignment where I am gently and lovingly conforming your desires to my kingdom's eternal purposes. I am cleansing your heart of the selfish ambitions that you did not even realize were there. The desires that, if I granted them, would ultimately lead you to disappointment and bondage. That hidden need for human approval, that subtle craving for comfort above all else, that desire to prove your worth to those who have hurt you, I am lovingly showing you that these desires are too small for you. They are cages, and I created you to fly. Your prayer life is maturing in this place. It is transforming from the simple prayer of a child, "Give me what I want," to the far more powerful and profound prayer of a son or a daughter, "Make me who you want me to be." Can you feel that shift? It is the difference between asking for a fish and asking to be taught how to fish. I am planting new, holier desires within you, a desire for my will above your own, a desire for holiness more than happiness, a desire for my glory more than your own comfort. These are the desires that lead to everlasting joy. I am aligning your will with mine, and that, my beloved, is the secret to a truly abundant life. When what you want is what I want, your life becomes a seamless flow of grace and power. So do not resist this inner work. Allow me to purify your longings. Let me give you new dreams, bigger dreams, dreams that are connected to my eternal heart. This is how you will find the fulfillment you have been searching for all along. From this humbling valley of silence, I am giving you a gift that you could not have received on the mountaintop of your previous successes. I am giving you the gift of an eternal perspective. You are beginning to see the landscape of your life, your struggles, and your future through my eyes. The things that the world screams are urgent, the daily anxieties, the frantic deadlines, the chase for more, are beginning to lose their power. Their hold on you is weakening. From this quiet vantage point, you are starting to see them for what they are: temporary and fleeting. And what truly matters, love, faith, forgiveness, your relationship with me and with others, is coming into sharp, undeniable focus. This is a miraculous reordering of your priorities, and it is a gift of immeasurable worth. When you are living in the noise of the world, it is easy to value things based on their volume. The biggest problem gets the most attention. The most pressing deadline dictates your peace. But here in the sanctuary of stillness, you are learning to value things according to their eternal weight. You are learning that one moment of true peace is worth more than a lifetime of frantic achievement. You are discovering that my presence is infinitely more valuable than any present I could ever give you. This is the wisdom that frees you from the tyranny of the urgent. It is the perspective that allows you to walk through this world with a calm and steady heart, untroubled by the chaos that consumes so many. You are a citizen of heaven, and in this quiet season, I am simply helping you to get your bearings, to remember where your true home is, and to live from that reality. This gift of perspective will change how you navigate every future joy and every future trial. It is my anchor for your soul. My child, now that I have given you the gift of an eternal perspective, you understand what truly lasts beyond this world. You have asked me for a way to be part of my eternal mission, to do something that matters. This is it. Your support becomes a lighthouse in the fog, carrying my voice of truth to another soul who is drowning in the temporary anxieties of this life. Every gift you give is a seed of heavenly light planted in the heart of someone trapped in earthly darkness. I declared to you, store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, and this moment is your chance to make a deposit that will echo for all time. If you're ready to join in this mission, click the membership or PayPal link, partner with us now, and help send hope into another person's silence. Let us store up treasures together. My child, we have journeyed so deep into the landscape of your soul. I have revealed to you the eternal perspective, the purified desires, and the intimate knowledge of me that are now yours. To turn away at this moment would be to leave these precious life-altering gifts still wrapped in their boxes. It would grieve me to see you possess these truths but not learn how to walk in their liberating power in your everyday life. Stay with me now. The most practical and helpful guidance is what I wish to speak to you next. Let me show you how to live in this new reality. My child, let us speak practically for a moment. You ask, how do I hear you? How do I learn this language of stillness? The answer is both simple and the work of a lifetime. To hear my whisper, you must first learn to quiet the storm of your own inner turmoil. I am always speaking in a frequency of peace, unwavering love, and absolute truth. But your heart had been tuned to other stations, the station of fear, the station of worry, the station of other people's opinions. I am teaching you how to change the channel. You must learn to listen with your spirit, which is far more sensitive and discerning than your mind or your emotions. Your mind analyzes and your emotions react, but your spirit, when it is quiet and surrendered, simply receives. I want you to practice the sacred discipline of being still. This is not complicated. Find a few moments in your day. It does not have to be long. Sit down, close your eyes, and consciously turn down the volume of the other voices. Picture a volume knob on your fear, and in your mind, turn it down to 0. Picture one on your to-do list and turn it down. Picture one on the critical voices from your past and turn that one down too. Then, in the quiet that remains, simply sit. Do not ask for anything. Do not try to solve your problem. Just be present with me and let my peace be the only thing you are listening for. This is how you tune your heart to my frequency. A surrendered and peaceful heart is the most sensitive receiver for my divine transmissions. In the beginning, it will feel strange. Your mind will wander. The noise will try to creep back in. That is normal. Just gently, without judgment, turn the volume down again. The more you practice this, the easier it will become to recognize my presence and my peace, not just in your quiet times, but in the middle of your busiest days. My child, you have been waiting for me to speak a new word to you, a fresh revelation from the heavens. But I must ask you, have you been listening to the words I have already spoken? Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Though my audible voice may seem silent to you right now, my written word speaks with an eternal living power that is as relevant to your situation today as it was the moment it was inspired. I want you to understand that many of the answers you so desperately seek are already waiting for you, hidden in plain sight within the pages of Scripture. You have a treasure map in your hands, but you have left it on the shelf, waiting instead for me to shout directions from the sky. I am calling you back to the treasure. Immerse yourself daily in my word. Do not read it as a chore or a history book. Read it as my personal love letter written directly to you for this exact moment in your life. Allow my word to be what it was always meant to be, a lamp unto your feet. Notice it is a lamp for your feet, not a floodlight for the entire journey ahead. It is designed to illuminate the very next step you need to take in this dark passage. As you read, ask my Holy Spirit to be your divine highlighter. Ask Him, Father, what do you want to say to me today through this? And then watch. Watch as a verse you have read 100 times suddenly seems to jump off the page, infused with a personal meaning just for you. I speak to you through the timeless stories of the faithful who also waited, who also struggled, who also questioned, and who also saw my faithfulness prevail. Their stories are there to be your comfort and your courage. In the Psalms, you will find the language for your own pain and the anchor for your hope. In the Gospels, you will see the face of my Son, the ultimate expression of my love for you. Do not neglect this great gift. The answers are there. Open the book. I am waiting to speak to you. My child, you must open your eyes, for I am answering you constantly, just not always in the form of words. You have been listening for a voice, but I have been speaking to you through my actions. My divine providence, my hand at work in the details of your life, is one of my primary languages. I want you to learn to see me in your circumstances. That person who called you out of the blue with the exact word of encouragement you needed to hear. That was me using them as my messenger. That opportunity you were so sure was right for you. The one where the door unexpectedly slammed shut, leaving you confused and heartbroken. That was also me speaking a word of protection, saving you from a path that would have led to far greater pain. You must stop dismissing these divine appointments and sovereign interventions as mere coincidence. There is no such thing as coincidence in the life of my beloved child. Pay attention to the subtle shifts in your environment, for that is my hand at work. The provision that showed up just in the nick of time to meet a need, that was the answer to the worrying prayer you prayed last week. The unexpected peace that settled over you in a moment of chaos, that was my whisper of be still. I am speaking to you through the gentle closing of one door and the surprising, quiet opening of another. Do not dismiss the small daily blessings. The beauty of a sunrise, the kindness of a stranger, a moment of laughter with your family. These are not insignificant. They are my whispers of profound and constant love, reminding you that I am with you, that I care, and that I am at work. You have been waiting for one big loud answer, and in doing so, you have been missing the 100 small intimate answers I give you every single day. Open your eyes. My providence is my voice in compassionate action. See it, acknowledge it, and give thanks for it. for I am all around you. I must remind you of a promise I made, a gift I gave that you may have forgotten in the midst of your struggle. I promised that I would not leave you as an orphan, alone to figure everything out by yourself. I have given you my very own Spirit, the Holy Spirit, to be your ever-present counselor, your comforter, and your guide. He lives inside of you right now. He is your constant, faithful companion, and he is especially active in this season of silence. When my external voice seems quiet, it is often because I want you to learn to listen to his internal one. He does not usually speak in a loud, commanding voice. He speaks in a quiet knowing, a gentle nudge in your spirit, an impression on your heart, and a profound peace that defies all logical explanation. Your task, my child, is to learn to discern his inner witness from the loud shouts of your own anxiety or the persuasive arguments of your own logic. How can you tell the difference? It is simple. My Spirit always leads you toward peace. Even if the path he is guiding you on is difficult, the confirmation in your spirit will be one of peace, not of frantic, anxious striving. Your own fear will always feel agitated and rushed. His voice will feel calm and steady. Even now, as you struggle to find the words to pray, he is interceding for you from within, with groanings and longings too deep for any words. He is translating the ache of your heart directly to me. So trust that peace. When you are weighing a decision and a sense of deep, unexplainable peace settles on one of the options, pay attention. That is your counselor speaking. He has not left you. He is with you and in you. Learn to quiet yourself and listen to his gentle guidance. It is one of the most powerful ways I will lead you home. Listen carefully to me, my child. The enemy's primary strategy when you are in a season of waiting and silence is to isolate you. He wants to get you alone with your thoughts, where he can corner you and fill your mind with lies of abandonment, hopelessness, and despair. He will tell you that no one understands, that you should be ashamed of your struggle, that you are a burden to others. He wants you to withdraw into yourself, because a believer who is isolated is a believer who is vulnerable. But I have designed you for community. I did not create you to walk this path alone. I often choose to speak and minister to you through the wisdom, experience, and encouragement of the body of Christ. Your brothers and sisters in the faith, you must not cut yourself off from your lifeline. I know it feels hard. It takes courage to be vulnerable, to admit that you do not have it all together. But you must share your struggle with trusted friends, with wise mentors, with your small group. In their testimony of how I brought them through their own season of silence, you may hear the very message of hope you need today. When they lay a hand on your shoulder and pray for you, your own faith, which feels so weak, is lifted and strengthened before my throne. My will for you is often made clearer in the loving unity and sound counsel of my church. I will use them to speak truth to you when you are believing lies. I will use them to offer practical help when you are in need. I will use them to simply sit with you in your pain, reminding you that you are not alone. I command you to bear one another's burdens, and in so doing, you fulfill my law of love. Do not disobey this command out of pride or fear. Reach out. Let my people be my arms of love around you. In their fellowship, you will hear my heart for you, my beloved. You have listened so faithfully. I have given you the practical tools and the spiritual understanding you need to navigate this season. Now we are at the very threshold of the greatest revelation of all. The ultimate purpose, the beautiful unifying truth that ties this entire journey together. To stop now would be like reading a magnificent story to the very last page and then refusing to read the final, glorious sentence. It would leave my heart aching, for the most beautiful and peace-giving truth is the one I have saved for this final moment. Please, do not go. Let us finish this conversation together. So how then are you to wait in this season? Not passively, my child, not with a slumped posture of defeated resignation. I call you to wait actively with a spirit of watchful expectation. This is a season for alertness, not for spiritual slumber. Think of a watchman on a city wall in the darkest hour of the night. He does not doze off. His eyes are not on the ground. His gaze is fixed on the eastern horizon, alert and ready, watching for the very first glimmer of the dawn that he knows is coming. This is the posture I desire for you. Live each day with the joyful, confident anticipation that I am about to move on your behalf. Wake up each morning and let your first thought be, perhaps today is the day of my breakthrough. Perhaps today I will see the faithfulness of my God. This is not the time to abandon your disciplines of prayer, worship, and service because you feel like nothing is happening. On the contrary, this is the time to intensify them. Worship me in the waiting. Praise me in the uncertainty. Serve others even when you are feeling empty yourself. These acts of faithfulness are your declaration that you believe I am good and that my promises are true regardless of your present circumstances. An expectant heart is a ready heart, prepared to receive the breakthrough when it arrives. Your unwavering faithfulness in this time of waiting is in itself a powerful and moving testimony to a world that only believes what it can see. It is a profound act of worship. So stand up, straighten your shoulders, lift your head, and keep your spiritual eyes fixed on the horizon. The dawn is coming. Be ready to greet it. My child, after all this waiting, all this wrestling, and all this learning, the moment of revelation is here. I want you to see the purpose of this entire journey with crystal clarity. You came to me asking for a solution to your problem. You came asking for a change in your circumstances, for a tangible gift, for an answer you could hold in your hand. And in my infinite love for you, I chose to give you something infinitely better. I gave you myself. You see, the ultimate answer to your every question, the deepest need of your soul, the one true satisfaction for every longing you will ever have, is simply my presence. To have me, my child, to truly have me, is to have everything you will ever need. You thought what you needed was for the storm to end, but what you truly needed was to discover that I am with you in the boat. You thought you needed a map for the wilderness, but what you truly needed was to learn to hold the hand of your guide. The purpose of this journey was never just to change your circumstances. It was to draw you into an inseparable, unshakable intimacy with me. It was to move you from a faith that uses me to get things to a faith that treasures me above all things. You came seeking a gift, and in the waiting, you have found the giver. I, your God, am your everlasting and great reward. This is the great exchange. You lay down your desperation for a specific outcome, and in its place, you pick up a profound and peaceful desperation for me alone. The moment you realize this is the moment you understand that you have had your answer all along. The problem may still exist. The circumstances may not have changed. but it no longer has the same power over you because you have found your sufficiency in me. The goal was never the destination, it was the companionship along the way. Your problem was simply the tool I used to bring you here into this place of deep, abiding, and peaceful communion with my heart. The ultimate fruit of this season, the lasting treasure you will carry forward, is a profound and unshakable peace that the world can neither give to you nor ever take away. I want you to understand the nature of this peace. This is not the fragile, temporary peace of problem-free living. That kind of peace shatters with the first piece of bad news. No. The peace I have given you is the peace of my undeniable presence in the midst of your problems. It is a deep, eternal calm that exists independently of your external circumstances. It is the quiet anchor that holds you steady even when the winds of life howl and the waves of chaos crash against you. This peace will now become your new reality, your default state. You will no longer live in constant fear of the quiet seasons, for you have discovered me within them. You have learned that the sanctuary of my presence is not a physical place you must go to, but a spiritual reality you can carry within your own heart wherever you go. You can access this stillness, this communion, this peace in the middle of a crowded room, in a stressful meeting, in a difficult conversation. You have learned how to quiet your soul and find me there. This unshakable tranquility becomes the internal evidence, the lasting proof that you have truly heard and understood my heart in this season. It is my seal upon you, a mark of the deep work that has been done. The world will not understand your calm. They will expect you to be anxious and frantic like everyone else, but you will have a secret. You will have a wellspring of peace bubbling up from within, a constant flow from my spirit into yours. This is the gift I give to those who have learned the language of my silence. It is my peace, and I give it freely to you. Now, my beloved, your own transformed character is to become a living sermon for a world that is desperate for hope. You went into this season of silence with questions and fears, and you have emerged with a quiet strength and a deep, settled peace. This journey was not just for you. The story of how you endured, how you wrestled, how you learned to trust me in the darkness will become a lifeline for others who feel they are drowning in their own silence. You now carry the quiet authority of one who has been tested by fire and has emerged not bitter, but more beautiful. You have become a living letter written not with ink, but by my spirit, known and read by all who encounter you. They will see the peace in your eyes. They will feel the strength in your presence, and they will ask you the source of your hope. And you will be able to tell them with an authenticity that cannot be faked that your hope is found not in easy answers, but in the unwavering presence of a loving Father who walks with you through the fire and meets you in the silence. Your greatest ministry will not come from your successes, but from the story of how my grace sustained you in your hardest trial. Your life, my child, has become the message. And so we come to the end of this particular lesson, my beloved child. Now you can see the truth with new eyes. My silence was never an absence of communication. It was simply a different divine dialect. I was speaking to you all along. I was speaking my love for you through the daily provision that you took for granted. I was speaking my strength into you through the very endurance you thought was your own. I was speaking my profound peace to you through the quiet presence you were learning to embrace. All the while you were asking for one answer, I was giving you 1,000 smaller ones, weaving them into the fabric of your days. I was meticulously preparing the answer for you, but just as importantly, I was preparing you for the answer. You were not ready to receive it before, but now you are. You are stronger, wiser, and your heart is more surrendered to me than ever before. Go forward now in the profound wisdom and unshakable strength you have gained in this season. Cherish the memory of this time. Do not resent it. It has deepened you, matured you, and drawn you immeasurably closer to my heart. You have learned a secret of my kingdom that many never discover, that in the stillness I am found, that my presence is the true prize, and that a faith forged in the fire of waiting is a faith that is pure, powerful, and eternal. Never again will you fear the quiet. It has now become your sanctuary, your classroom, your place of intimate communion with me. Be at peace, my beloved child. My love for you is the one great constant in all of creation. It is the sound beneath the silence, the light behind the clouds, and the unshakable truth you can build your life upon, now and forever. If this message changed you, share it with one person right now. A single share could be the answer they've been waiting for. My beloved, you have heard me in the silence, and now you understand that my voice of love was there all along. You have prayed that others, lost in their own quiet and painful seasons, could hear me too. This is how I am answering that prayer through you. Your support is not a donation. It is the very breath that carries my whisper into the heart of another child who believes they are forgotten. Every act of giving becomes oil for their lamp in the darkness, allowing them to see that my presence was their answer all along. I promised my word that goes out from my mouth will not return to me empty, and today, you are the one who sends it forth. If you can, click Super Thanks, Membership, or PayPal now. Partner with us to break the silence for someone else. As you give, I will anoint your own spiritual ears with fresh oil, making you ever more sensitive to my leading in your own life. Now act. My beloved child, now that my words have settled upon your heart, I invite you to make this truth your own. The journey through the silence is a profound one, and your decision to trust me within it is a victory that resounds in heaven. To seal this moment, to make your faith a tangible anchor for your soul, I want you to participate in an act of declaration. This act is not for me, for I already know the deepest intentions of your heart. It is for you, a way to solidify the commitment you are making today. It is also for others, a beacon of light for those who will come to this message feeling just as lost and alone as you may have felt. In the space provided for comments, I invite you to write your testimony of trust. Let your declaration be simple, powerful, and from the heart. Type the words, "I will trust you in the silence." Do it now. As you type each letter, feel the weight of that commitment. Let it be a conscious choice, a stake you are planting in the ground today, declaring that your faith is not dependent on what you can see or hear, but on my unchanging character. Your simple sentence will join a chorus of other faithful hearts, creating a beautiful tapestry of trust for all to see. It will be a testament to your courage and an encouragement to the next soul who needs to know they are not alone in the waiting. Do this now, and as you send your words forth, feel my peace settle upon you, and know that I see your act of faith and I am endlessly pleased. Want more regular encouragement? Become a member or hit subscribe, and be part of this family of waiting warriors. We'll walk this road together. Amen.